My mic is on. Your mics are on. We should be live. Probably live. How
Fingers
are
crossed.
you
Fingers
guys?
crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Um, Let me know if there's any audio issues in the chat. We
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, we have such a great crew tonight, guys. I am very excited for this here podcast. It is August 1st. This year's getting on. It is August 1st, and I'm joined by the lovely BirdCultured Holmboi and Kkrider. There's been so much crazy news this week.
Ooh.
Insane.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. I was gonna say let's get into news, but welcome everyone to the podcast. Now, this is the first time on YouTube, so we don't even have the chat on display here. But man, I'm super excited, and so I guess some one or two notes before we start. Whatever you're supposed to say over there for that. If you have a question for our guests, type it in the chat. We'll address it over there. Otherwise, just let us know how we can make things better, because things are gonna mess up. But anywho, welcome to the podcast. It is August 1st. We have there's been so much news this week. Whether it's Blizzard or every news outlet calling Dr. Mario dead, or the bicycle that they made for Pokemon's 25th anniversary that is real but apparently doesn't function. You went all this way to recreate. Anywho,
We'll get there.
yeah, we'll get there. But before we do that, let's go around and see who we have today. Starting with, I guess, let's go with Holmboi. Holmboi, it's been a little while since we've had you on. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for having me on. How are you doing?
Absolutely, I can't complain. Tell them a little bit about your channel.
Well, it's got a little bit of a tumbleweed situation going on over there right now. I've been doing a lot of work at Super Gamer Boys right now.
Oh, cool.
So we're doing our news show over there as well, and book club that we do. So
Yes.
our gaming book club. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm looking to get back into my personal thing here pretty shortly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And so Super Gamer Boys, you guys have a bunch of stuff there. The book club is like, it's a video game book club, so like once a month, or I don't know what your frequency is, but you guys all play one game and you come together and you chat about it. Is that correct?
Yep.
I always would hear Normcore being like, "No, I've got to play, what X game, that we can go chat about it on Super Gamer Boys." So guys,
Yep.
definitely check that out. BirdCultured, would you like to go next?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us.
Yeah, I think I was the last time I was on here was with Homeboy.
It's
Really?
been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's
And
been,
invite me to the party.
Yeah, exactly. I also
Yeah, you're not
messaged. I'm like,
invited.
why do I remember BirdCulture? It's because I messaged BirdCulture about his music. Awesome.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. And with speaking of which, that's been big focus, especially for bird culture, because I have my solo stuff under Electric Stove,
Yeah,
and then
I've been enjoying that.
BirdCultured is our. Thank you.
I told you.
It's,
Yeah.
it's been good. I'm working on my second album on there. I've been putting a lot of. I've been working on it for a minute, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, bird culture. We're getting our live set together.
Wow.
Me and LaForce, same second half on the channel. I'm like pointing behind me. I'm like,
No, he's there. He's there. It's your
here.
guys' fault that you can't see him. I'm telling you.
No, but we're working on stuff, and hopefully, everyone can stay healthy, and we can keep venues open, and we can get out there and play for everyone. So
Yeah.
we've been working on that stuff. So, but
It's
been
awesome.
streaming throughout. So yeah.
Yes, and guys, definitely check out BirdCultured. I'm telling you, I've been enjoying it. I'm excited to listen to more of it. It's post rock, right? Is that with the Electric Stove?
Electric Stove, I've been calling it like escapist rock, so it has like
Escapist
prog
rock. Sorry, prog rock, that's it.
Yeah, it's got a little of everything, and then bird culture is more like the hard rock and that kind of stuff. And I get to shout when I sing, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Wreck my vocal cords.
Destroy the mic, smash the guitar.
Exactly.
It's all expensible. It's all expensible.
All this expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And
Expendable.
yes.
Yeah.
And Kkrider, with the dope shirt. I specifically waited till now. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see like exactly what Kkrider looks like. I was gonna message him in the middle of the week and like do a call, but nope. I am so excited. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Anywho, tell them,
Thank you. I
tell the
appreciate it.
people about your channel.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy Kkrider. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. Some of the big things that we've been doing is playing through like fan requests. So people use their channel points and they make me play games. I have a list, so it's gonna be a while till I get to pick something. But also as a side project that I'm doing, I am third in the world in Barbie's Horse Adventures, speedrunning it, and
Oh.
I am doing my best to get back to number one because I was number one at one point.
Oh my god.
And the goal is to take back my spot and then submit a run for GDQ. So hopefully
I
that
can't wait.
works.
I can't
Yeah,
wait.
that's the goal.
And by the way, I know there's a Game Boy version of I don't know why I did this research. I know there's a Game Boy version that's like super cheap for Barbie's Horse Adventure because you told me the price of like the console Barbie's Horse Adventure was like it was almost like $50 or something, which was
Yeah, I
50
managed to get it for
bucks?
20. I managed to get it for 25 on eBay, and it's back there.
You think
So I
Earthbound's
have it.
expensive? Yeah.
Yeah, it's about on Amazon if you're getting the Xbox version or the PS2 version. Actually, it's about 120,
What?
150. I know, and there's only 2 left in stock.
Oh my goodness.
Why are you?
Uh,
You're like, no, I got to get every version.
Yeah.
You got them
yeah.
all bookmarked and wish listed.
Yeah, no, I
Dream
specifically
goals.
wanted the Xbox version because on the Xbox version, it just the load times are non-existent, so like they're super fast. So I got the Xbox version, and so yeah, that's
And-
me.
Yeah.
Got the
And s-
Barbie meta.
So I found the Game Boy Advance version. Now
Crazy.
how's the Game Boy Advance version of Barbie Horse Adventure compare to the console goodness of Barbie Horse Adventure?
Okay, so there are multiple. So
I
the
know this is
fun
probably the
thing about
dumbest question
Barbie.
I've asked on the show, but still.
No, it's okay. The fun thing about Barbie Horse Adventures is that it's actually a lineage. So there are multiple games
Okay.
in
Yeah.
Barbie Horse Adventures. So the Game Boy version that you're talking about, I believe it's either writing camp or mystery something.
I have to see.
But I've seen it, and the speed run for it is about 9 minutes. so I
Oh my God.
imagine that it's so like it there's a lot more like tech with that one, but
Yeah.
like yeah, I think it's just a side scroller.
You're blowing my mind right now. The fact that there's a Barbie horse racing universe.
Yeah.
I think
The H.
so. You want to hear?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just it's the HCU is the horse cinematic universe is big. You don't even understand what it encompasses. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. I was gonna say if you want me to blow your mind even more, recently since I've been running the game, the other 2 runners, right? Since I'm
Yeah.
third in the world now, 3 runners have come back
Oh my
and
God.
are currently speed running it again and trying to beat their old times.
Oh, boy.
So the Barbie horse adventure speed running
It's coming
community
back.
it's coming back in full force and it's popping off. So
Yeah.
Have you met the other 2? The number 2 and number 1?
I have been in their streams, yes, and they've
Okay.
heard about my goal. And actually, the first place runner, after he claimed first place, he saw my stream, sent a message over to me because I'm the moderator of that. Fun fact.
Yeah.
So he sent me a message and said, "Hey, I heard that you're gonna bring it to GDQ. I think that's awesome. All the best luck to you." And I thought that was so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like one of those cheesy '90s movies. It's like, hey, I heard you were coming from my record. You
Oh my
better step
God.
off, kid.
Yeah.
No, that's me.
know
That's
what's
me
good
in
for
my
ya.
streams.
I'm
That's
excited
me
for
in
the
my streams.
documentary.
All good fun.
Yeah.
My big question is:
Uh.
is there like a big thing that's like that's keep like the one move that they can do, or like something that's with like the regular like the I guess Super Mario Brothers speed runs, it was like the pixel perfect jump into the flag. Is there
Oh,
something
man.
like that with
Like
the
that and
Barbie?
the Barbie speed
Yeah.
run. Well, no, actually no. I did have something, but I need to try it out again. Basically, I discovered a glitch. I can't believe it. I played it.
Don't
and I
spoil it.
discovered a
Don't ruin
glitch.
it.
Don't give
But
You
them
can
our
drift
secret.
the horses.
I'm
there's a
I'm
glitch.
intrigued.
There's a
This is
glitch I
awesome.
discovered, and I'm going to go test it out in the console version because I've been using my Xbox 360 and X2R. You know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
But I've been using that, and that my glitch doesn't work in that, but it worked in the PS2 version. So I'm gonna test it out there.
Okay, okay.
But other than that, other than what I discovered, everything else is just like you just gotta get good. That's basically it. You
Just
gotta cut
get
those
good.
you gotta cut those corners and optimize it as best you can, and do not
Love it.
crash. That's it.
Amazing.
But yeah,
You guys gotta get good at Barbie Horse Adventure. What are you doing with your lives?
Apparently,
Seriously.
this is a whole underground world I've never heard about before.
I didn't think either.
Say what you will. Like if I saw a documentary on Netflix about the competitive Barbie Horse Adventure scene, I would click it immediately. I would.
It's definitely intriguing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Summoning Sol who does
I love
histories on
Summoning Sol.
speedrunning. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
nice.
Me too. When I get back the record, I want to tweet at him and just be like, "Yo, you should do a thing on this."
Yeah.
Your boy,
yeah.
That'd blow my mind. But that's
Absolutely. I mean, it's just so it just hits the right point of wacky and fun. That I
Yeah.
mean, it's at that sweet spot. So I mean, I think people would be in. I think people would be in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Man, don't we have some cool people here tonight? But the news has been absolutely insane. Do we even want to start off with the Blizzard stuff? Because I feel like that's been or is it beating a dead
That's
horse
the-
at this point? I don't know.
That's the meat and potatoes. I feel like we start with the light stuff.
Okay, let's
first.
start with the live stuff
Yeah.
then. I mean, the stuff once again that comes to my head the quickest is that freaking bike,
The
which
Pokemon.
So
which-
cool.
Oh my
that
god.
Pokemon bike that isn't functional. Like, why did they do that? And
They
then
got so close.
They got
Oh
so
my
close.
I always assumed because they put out the picture with Ash riding it. I always thought that he was obstructing the
There's
crossbar.
a picture?
But there's no crossbar.
Nope.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
I mean, here's the bike, and it's I mean, it'll show up on your screens in like 10 seconds or something. But yeah,
Right.
it's I mean, it's weird. It has like pincers, you know. What is
Yeah.
that? What is that? The bike handles are like pincers and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Hold on.
I guess in the model right now, one of the things that made it iconic was in the pixel art they didn't have room for the gears. Oh no, there's the pedal. That's basically
This is
it.
the picture I'm looking. I throw it in chat where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like Ash on the bike, and it when I remember seeing that picture and thinking okay, so it's just the crossbar's kind of hidden because you
Right.
Yeah.
can't see his other leg, but then
Right.
seeing this bike, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's something.
It's something. It's going to
Something already.
yeah, it's going to one lucky winner. But like now you have a bicycle, a life-size bicycle you can't use.
But you can
what?
retire on.
Yeah, pretty
That-
much.
Sell it to the race person.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
sorry, you have to have an address in Japan if you want this bike. Like, please tell me the guy who's in America who wins
Right.
this
Yeah.
is not gonna ship it. You know?
I gotta
Right.
ship it
Are you
over.
kidding?
Hey,
Yeah, like that's no, they're going to. They'll carry it on their backs because they'd be paranoid. Like this thing
Right.
is, yeah.
It's amazing. It's really well done as far
really
as the
well
sculpting
done.
goes. I just wish they would have made it functional.
Yeah, like why? How could you not make this functional? I like it has that like
Yeah.
it has like a futuristic design to it, but
Oh yeah.
you know, because it's got like it's like the bulbous. I don't know. It's not bulbous. I don't know what that is.
I'm
bulbous.
surprised they didn't put in the
capsule
Nintendo
look
World
for everything.
the Nintendo World theme park.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh,
uh,
Nintendo.
Yeah,
World-
kept it
honestly,
somewhere.
Pokemon World's gonna be a thing. Like you know,
It
Pokemon
has
World
to
is
be.
it's gonna be
It'll
a
be
thing.
it'll be an add-on to Nintendo World.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
without a
It's
doubt.
gotta be. That's
Pokemon
just
Snap
a matter of
Ride.
time. Let's go.
Mhm.
Let me catch actual Pokemon.
Yeah, they'll end up
Pokemon-
selling. They'll end up selling you 2 different tickets with it. Like,
Well, the good
Everybody
thing
gets-
also is that it's only one of them. So if somebody tries to steal it, it's like, yo, there's documentation that I own that bike.
Yeah, yeah,
You're not gonna,
you're not gonna.
you know what I mean? You can't sell it to somebody else and be like, oh, there's like, I bought this the other day.
Yeah,
No, you
dude.
didn't.
I found this on the
I have
lawn.
this on my biker's license.
Yeah. Oh man. But But yeah, it does look gorgeous. And
It
it's got
does.
etchings
cool.
of Pokemon like Pikachu and Snorlax between the spokes and Pokeball stamped on the handles. Like they went through all these different small details just to like not actually make it functional. Like for a second there I was like, okay, well they just took it and blew it up to a real size, but like no, they actually like there's engraving all over the place. There's like
Yeah.
all the different Pokeballs on the tires. Like they made custom tires for this thing.
Exactly.
Like what? What?
Yeah,
They
can
went
you
all
replace
in on
that?
this bike
Yeah.
and just nothing.
And, yeah, all in just for nothing.
But I mean, it's a great collector's item, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's so weird, like
that's
being
all.
like being at like imagine you're with a collector friend and just be like, yeah, I have this awesome Pokemon card. Well, I have a bike.
I have a bike. Yeah. You got
Do
Charizard.
you?
I have a bike. One of a kind.
I have a
Man.
bike I can't ride. How about that?
How about that? It's in
Boom.
it's in Japan.
It's in Japan.
They wouldn't let me ship it over here, but it's mine and I can't ride it or see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It would be cool to have like, you know how like when you beat the Pokemon games completely, they give you like a little certificate
Yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah.
congratulations, you got all the just have that, but for the bike. Just being
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's in Japan, but I have the certificate right here,
Yeah.
showing it off to everybody.
I was wondering when they were coming out with Pokemon Go if they were going to do that, if they're going to do the full certificates. Because, like, it would cost them nothing. It would be an amazing, like, I guess PR move. It would be amazing advertising. People would be hanging up, like, these things in their homes.
Oh, I did that for mine, for my my Sword and Shield,
Oh, yeah?
because they give you the certificate in the end. I have a complete Pokedex,
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
did a
yeah.
screenshot of it, took it to Kinko's. This over there. I'm not gonna get
Yeah,
up,
yeah, you don't need
but I
that.
took it to Kinko's and had it printed out, and it's hanging up right there.
Yeah, I've been meaning to
Oh,
do it
that's
with Red and
exciting.
Blue, because I haven't ever completed Red and Blue. I mean, I've completed the game, just never the Pokedex. And or is it yellow that you are able to print it out on the Game Boy printer? It might be yellow that you're able
I
to
think
print
it's
out.
yellow.
It was yellow.
It
It
was
was
yellow.
yellow.
Yeah,
There's
so I
a
mean,
certificate for red and blue, but
yeah, exactly. So
You can't print it. I don't think.
nah.
right. So I just like I have everything except for the Game Boy printer. And so that'll be an expensive thing down the line. It's gonna be like,
Investment.
yeah, it's gonna be $40 to like, or maybe it's like $60 to get that like poorly printed, because it's like heat printing, so it's like
Yeah,
very
you're gonna have to
light.
buy the paper too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spools of paper probably.
they sell newer
I was gonna
versions of
say you
that.
can get new paper.
Yeah, you can
'Cause
get
if
new
you get
paper.
if you get a relatively like well kept printer and you get
Yeah.
new paper, it'll actually print really well.
It'll print, but it's
Yeah.
it's so
There
light.
you
It's
go.
still like not that great.
It's a great,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
I
great
mean-
trick at parties.
Yeah.
Saying.
It like also has like it doesn't have perforation. It just has like a scissor like thing. I think so you have to rip it out. You have to rip it out.
Oh.
It's so
Like
ridiculous.
a receipt.
Yeah, it's a receipt printer. It really is.
Yeah, it's the same photo booth at Chuck E. Cheese. It's the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love those
Mhm.
things. Oh my god.
So we have additionally another bit of Pokemon news. Pokemon news alert. I need like a button to press for the Pokemon news alert. We have Pokemon Snap news. That freaking update's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's go, baby.
I don't know if there's spoilers. I think there's spoilers in that trailer, so careful if you look at it. But it's Pokemon, so
Very, very small.
There's
very well.
legendaries.
yeah,
there you
there's-
go.
There's legendary.
There you
yeah.
go.
Goodness.
Very
Oh
small.
God.
I mean,
You're in the
when it
gate.
starts, if you didn't know that Pokemon was in, I mean, I'm sorry.
I didn't, and I looked at that. I'm like, oh man, they're
Really?
adding that. Oh yeah, I got to the end, and then like people
Oh,
seemed bored of it, so I didn't finish it. I'm like literally up to that point, and so now I need to go back because I was like, what, they did that? Yeah, I need to go
I
pick it
gotcha.
back up.
I find it hard to get bored at the prospect of I'm riding through an actual Pokemon habitat and
Yeah.
being able to take pictures. You know what I mean?
Well, but
It's the people who keep going back and playing it over and over and over and
Yeah.
over again. That's when they get bored. But like the first time through, it's an experience.
well, the game kind
Journey.
of paces
Journey.
itself. Yeah,
Right.
the game kind of paces itself in this new one, and it perfectly. But like, it also makes you do the same levels over and over, and so I felt like I was boring people. But that also is me being self-conscious. But yeah, I need to finish that one up. Yeah, it's like the seventh time you do the sand level, searching for something. Like it, I feel like people might be like, "Yep, this is where I leave."
Right. I mean, but I don't think
it's
that
still
game
fun.
caters to the completionist though either. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think it's
It
there
doesn't.
for you if you want to do that. But I feel like they intended for you to be like, keep on going.
Keep on going. Yeah, but you still need like a certain amount of something. So I had to look at a certain point to be like, okay, what is the completion? What is the criteria I have to hit for it to give me the next level? So
And to be fair, it was in the original Pokemon Snap where like there was like that journey that you went through, and then there were like you had to go back to previous levels, and there were certain things that you needed to do to get that final piece to really call it done. But you never need. I don't think you needed to get snaps of everything in that version.
No, you
like-
don't need snaps of everything. It's just like, but the thing with the original Pokemon Snap, and I guess this new one as well, is that it was just like one obscure thing. It was always just like, you need to throw a pester ball at a Mankey so it's hit off a ledge into a button. You know, you have to reverse engineer how to get that button pressed. And so with this one, it's just like, it's you have to like take pictures of the glow flower, whatever it is, and
Lumina?
Yes, that thing. And so you need to take pictures of it, but like you have to find it, and so I'd go through it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go through it the second time. We're gonna go through it the third time. Oh god.
Okay. Let's see here.
God.
Oh god. But
PokemonSnapWiki.com.
Yeah, exactly. And then you feel weird because you just went to PokemonSnapWiki.com because you can't beat Pokemon Snap.
It's like, well, look, I only got so many hours in the day.
Yeah, I only
all
got so many hours to
Nintendo.
stream. But yeah, no, it's perfect for if you're not streaming. If you're not streaming it, it would just pace you perfectly. So, but what do we get? We get 3 new levels, more Pokemon,
3 new areas.
3 new areas. I saw some of the things in the beginning of that trailer. Were those like interactions that you already could do, or are those new interactions? I think there's something like with Charizard. There's like the beauty of Pokemon Snap is seeing all those crazy interactions, the crazy organic things that happen in the wild in Pokemon Snap. I felt like the ones I saw were ones I did not see when I played the game. So
I mean, the interactions for the new Pokemon are going to be new.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I don't know if they're going to be. It'd be weird to show footage of things that are already happening and it's supposed to be, oh, hey, look what's new trailer. So I'm assuming there's new stuff with old Pokemon.
Yeah,
that would make the most sense.
I do believe that is correct. That there are some new interactions in there that didn't happen in previous areas, which is why people were popping off about it.
Yeah,
because these are things that they couldn't do, or not that they couldn't do. You could have done it in other areas, but they wouldn't like activate whatever happens in these new areas again. Whatever was revealed in that trailer.
Yeah. So it all looks cool. It comes out probably in a little bit. I didn't see what the release date is.
It'll be here before you know it.
Exactly. It'll be here before you know it. And like, I don't know.
Like Horizon.
Yeah.
But,
it is.
Ooh. Deep cuts. Deep cuts.
Wow. It's actually coming. I checked the date. It's actually coming in 2 days.
Wow, that's actually fairly soon. And like
August 3rd.
And like, were you guys taken from like I did not expect them to do this. I was so impressed that they actually did this, and it's free. There's
too many Pokemon for them to leave all that on the. I'm surprised that it's free.
Yeah, right.
I can tell you that.
That really was the big surprise.
After Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, oh, okay, we're going paid DLC moving forward. That's why. But hey,
man, like sometimes it like warms my heart when someone puts out free DLC. You know, like you don't have to do that, and even if you give out just a little bit free, like it's nice. I don't know.
This could also be your classic. The first one's free.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, remember
Ah.
when Mario Maker came out and it's like there's gonna be other worlds and they're like final update. So they
Yeah.
they
That one was just sad. That one was just
Yeah.
sad.
Mario
Yeah.
Maker. What was the update they added? I think they added
The
one
final
world.
update was the worlds.
Yeah.
But they added worlds, yes. But I'm saying like
Yes.
they left it that like you could see that they were planning different Mario versions or other
Mhm.
versions of.
It's
Wish they could have
so
had enough time to put 2 in.
Yeah.
I know they wanted to
Yeah.
put 2 in.
It's just
Yeah.
people were like saying how like so when you're in the Super Mario Maker screen,
Yeah.
when you're creating this world, when you're picking like the different ones like
Yeah,
Mario
yeah.
Brothers, New Super Mario Bros. There.
It was in space.
On the very bottom, next to 3D World, there's just this blank spot.
Yeah,
And it looks like you can put something there. So everyone was just like, oh my god, they're adding a new world. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It made a
But
lot of
nothing
sense.
happened.
Yeah. I mean, it was
Nothing
one of those things that
happened.
looked
And-
so
And like
precarious.
Homeboy just said, they totally could have added Super Mario Brothers 2
Yeah,
instead of a power up.
and apparently they added the power up. So I mean, I'm happy about that.
They
Like,
did.
there's-
They did.
Well,
How
has Nintendo added DLC to any of their Switch games? I mean, Pokemon is like
Yeah.
technically a third party or
Breath Wild.
I have to think.
Breath of the
I mean,
Wild
yeah,
had
Breath
it.
of the
Fire
Wild,
Emblem
that's
had
been-
it.
Yeah.
Or Smash.
Xenoblade had it.
No, I'm kidding.
Smash.
Is
Smash.
Xenoblade first party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think. Wait.
Is it?
Like-
it's,
like- it's a big-
Well.
it's
Second.
published-
Second. It's Monolith
it's kind of
Soft.
like
So.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
Pokemon, right? Where it
But-
is like they're not going to go anywhere else. other
Right,
than, like,
right.
It's
Nintendo.
It's your
published.
classic Disney
Yeah.
Pixar situation. It's like,
But, like-
yeah, you're not owned by us, but you're owned by us.
Well, like you look at stuff like Mario Odyssey, everybody wanted more Kingdom.
That was a missed
like,
opportunity.
Yeah, huge missed opportunity.
So
Mario
sad.
Party for Switch,
Yeah.
they didn't do it, and
They're just making a
what's the
whole
thing?
new game.
They're gonna like, well, you can pay $60 for these DLC levels.
Yeah, and I bought it.
Like,
right?
hey, sucker.
I bought
Mario
it.
Kart 8,
But-
there's
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna
it's a
buy
Wii
it.
U game, and it's still like, I think it's still like number 3 game across all consoles. Like
That's because they want you to buy 9.
Yeah.
I think it's still I think it's the first like
For
on
Switch.
the
It's number one
selling
on-
Switch games.
Yeah.
It's number one, and
Yeah.
oh
that
yeah, it
baffles
absolutely
me.
is. Because
that's
I don't think it
surprises
makes
me.
sense to me because like if you're gonna buy a Switch, you're gonna buy Mario Kart. Like
guess
it's like, I
so.
bought Mario
True,
Kart and Zelda.
True.
But like, I don't know. I never
True.
realized that Mario Kart was
Oh,
that
Splatoon.
like
Splatoon got
was, like,
DLC.
made- Splatoon.
Oh, that's
Yes,
right.
yes.
That's right.
Oh my god, Splatoon 2 is so good. It's so good. It's so good. I'm sorry, I just got it recently and I missed out on the craze where they had
Yeah.
Splat.
When are we squatting up, dude? What's going on? I didn't know you were
boy.
playing Splatoon.
Oh,
I'm so down. I just got the game like literally like 2 weeks ago. I've not stopped playing it. It's so good, so
It is
good,
good.
so good. And the
Really?
the one that you were talking about, the
Yeah,
Octa
yeah.
expansion, that is one of the best forms of DLC to me because it's not just the original game added on. It's actually like a whole other thing. Like you play the game differently in that expansion.
That's really
Um,
cool.
That's
So
awesome.
and that's to me is what DLC is supposed to do.
Yeah.
That I paid for a whole different thing. Unless it's like, Smash Brothers where it's just like Kazuya, I need it. Haha, like,
Smash Brothers has like a blank check. They really can't like they
Yeah, I'm
have
gonna buy
so
it.
much goodwill that they can just do whatever they want and we'll be like,
I'ma get it.
sure, fine.
There's
What
one more
Cuphead,
fighter, right?
fine. Yeah, one more
Yep,
fighter.
there's
one
one left.
more and then
Oh, no.
done.
Let's go.
It's done. And then
My
like
boy.
like
My boy.
You think?
oh,
Please,
it could
I want-
happen.
That is the
Not gonna be
only
Master
one.
Chief?
I
No.
feel
No.
like they have to do something that's absurd to get people's attention.
I don't.
Then
know
it
what
have to be
that's gonna
Chief.
Yeah,
has to
exactly.
be.
It kind of has to be Chief. But you
Or
know
like
what?
Crash Bandicoot,
I-
I guess.
It could be Goku.
That's not. That'd
It's
be
not
big,
as big. It's not as big.
but it's
Not
not
as
as big as.
They,
Yeah.
they
It's
could
more
have as a
likely,
missed
though.
Opportunity.
It's
It
more
could.
likely. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I've always said I don't understand why they haven't gotten a Valve character yet. Like they don't represent PC gaming except for if you say maybe Minecraft or there's one or two that kind of cross over to both. But I'm surprised that we don't get like Chell or Gordon
I
Freeman.
bet if they were gonna do a Valve character, I bet it would either be
gonna be a me costume.
It'd
It'd
like
be a
Team
2-part for
Fortress.
the robots from Portal 2.
That's exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh
either
my god, that would be
Team Fortress
amazing.
2 or the robots from Portal.
That'd be
2.
sick.
Oh my god.
100%. You nailed it.
But yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
Or just put in GLaDOS. I don't know how you do that, but
She just sits on the top of the stage the
Yeah,
entire
yeah.
time.
Loom
I
on
imagine if they were to bring Portal like as a character, she would be the stage.
oh
if
my
anything.
god, that would
That'd
be
be a good
amazing.
stage.
Or
You know,
That's
she would like
actually
make
not a bad
commentary.
idea.
If you like it'd be like a plain stage, and like I'd imagine there'd be portals everywhere, so you
yeah,
can
and the
like
portals would
go
change.
on one side, pop up on the top of the stage,
Oh
go on the
my
top, something
God.
like that.
That's a
See,
great idea,
Yeah.
dude.
Nintendo will hire
It's a
me.
good
I
idea.
got you.
But it's not gonna happen because the Steam Deck exists. And
Oh
that's,
yeah,
like,
that's true. They're trying to
ultimate
take their
shoot at
crown.
Nintendo. And
I
like,
mean,
I'm
I
sorry,
don't know.
The
Like
Stream Deck? No, I'm kidding.
a Steam.
the Steam Deck exists, but like I don't.
Uh-huh.
Is that really Nintendo's competition?
No, it's not.
Uh,
It's just
we
fun
shall
to it's
see.
fun to feed into the
Yeah.
fanboy
We
hype.
shall see. All I'm saying is that if it's a great idea in concept, if it comes out and it's good to control,
It's
then
probably-
possibly, because
It'll be like their VR.
it probably won't.
well, their VR
But if
was
it
is,
does,
they actually
it
did.
could pop off.
I don't know.
I think it's like their VR. It's
Their
like
VR
it's
is-
gonna be really
Yeah,
really
niche.
good, but like
gonna be
it's
very niche.
very niche,
$8,000.
and
Yeah.
it's way overpriced. It is great, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
All I'm
Or
saying
you-
is that you
it's not
can't
a
beat that selection of
competition.
games.
yeah, no,
and that's
absolutely
the thing, but it's also a Game Gear. That thing has bad battery life. It
Yeah.
clocks
Okay,
at
true.
30 frames a second. Like,
Also,
True.
what? Why? How does it clock at 30 frames a second
it looks
on
terrible.
everything?
I'm just gonna put it out there.
But like
You're not- you're not wrong.
Design wise, it
Yeah.
looks awful.
That's why I said it's
Supposedly
great in
feels
concept.
Good,
Yeah.
but like,
I mean,
I don't
I'm
believe
on the.
it.
I've been like, multiple times, like probably a day now at this point. I've been,
yes.
what's the thing with the crank on it? The
Oh,
the-
the-
Hey, let's go,
the-
baby.
That's like I keep putting in a cart, pulling out. I'm like, no. But I want
Do
to
it.
Homeboy's all about
Do
that.
it.
Homeboy's all about it.
Bluetooth
looks so
speaker.
cool.
Oh my goodness.
Those are
with
my
the
homies
pen.
over there
Oh
now,
my
man.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And they make
I always see your
the
tweets
company
about it.
that's making it is synthesizer company, Teenage
Teenage engineering.
Yeah, and like I always want their stuff, but it's like, oh, that's a little pricey for a keyboard. so-
Mhm.
Yeah, that's where my mind's at, because
But
I'm like a pseudo evangelist for that thing now.
I'm a big fan.
You
I
re-
love
you
that
really
it's
are.
like it's
I mean,
like it's
what-
almost
what's-
like
what-
TV
how much
where
does it
it's like
cost?
seasons.
It's
180?
180.
Yeah.
180. What's
Mhm.
what season are you talking about? Like I saw the Playdate. I saw them when they were originally doing it. It was pretty
Right.
gimmicky. Like I don't know. I like those small consoles. Like I remember when they, gosh, I forget which. Like it was like a Raspberry Pi type console, and they're like, we were gonna make like a $5 or a very cheap Raspberry Pi, even though Pi ended up doing a $5 Raspberry Pi. And you could like click it into a Game Boy type thing, and it would power it, and you'd have.
No, this isn't that.
I know.
This
I
is
know this isn't
completely
that,
different.
Mm-mm.
but I'm saying I like those consoles. That one holds the. Man, I forget what the name of the game is, but there's like a format for those old pixel art games. That yeah, but what is like what do the games? What's the format for those games? Because like, as a game developer, it's kind of weird building for something like that. I guess like, are you able to build those in straight JavaScript or what? Like what is?
I mean,
No
yeah, they
idea.
have an SDK,
Okay, yeah.
so you can do that, and then they also have their own custom development software that they're coming out with, where you don't even really need to know code,
Okay,
but you can build like your basic
Yeah.
titles for it.
very basic stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
No, it's pretty
24 games are
rad.
Coming out
Yeah.
at launch. I
Yeah,
think.
it's 24 games. You get 2 a week
Mhm.
for 12 weeks,
Oh, 2 a week.
and
That's a
Wow.
weird rollout.
yeah, they want because they want it to be like a season, so
Yeah.
that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
That's like appealing to me because like it forces me into the games. I'm not gonna get
Right.
burned out. I'm just,
Yeah.
Right.
like, it's a
And you only
constant
you,
flow, and
you
it's
get
kinda
it like
cool. I
do
don't
once
know.
all the time.
Fresh
Mhm.
Sounds cool.
content. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
cool.
And they got a couple of big names in there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Uh-huh.
Like what?
The dude that made Katamari made a game for
Really?
it.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
man.
Ooh.
They got
That's a good one.
they got Lucas Pope, the guy who did the Return of the Oberdin. He's
Okay.
working on the game for it.
Of course
So
he is.
so they got some names. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And the stuff that they
I-
already showed is a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that I'm indie boy, right? So that's
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
That's what I like. So this is like it's a indie console made by indie people, and it has indie games on it. So this is like right up my alley.
Yeah. There's a couple indie consoles. How do you guys feel about the Well, I mean, the other. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the.
Soldier Boy console.
Ouya?
Not the. No, not those 2 dead consoles. There's one that's actually. There's one that's actually still out there. There's one that's like it's not necessarily indie, but it's been a platform for indie where they have like old games. You get these carts of a bunch of old games and you click them in. Man, I've got to Google this.
I know there's a ton of
I
like,
need-
Yeah, no,
feelings
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I need the name. I need the name because it's my first.
There was the
It sounds
Canoe
new to
for
me.
a while.
I'm gonna
think
find
that
this
was
really
one of 'em.
quickly, but yeah,
There's
you
the
guys
ones that
man
are just
the
like
shop.
straight up. I've been getting served up ads for like these like emulator consoles. Like they've been around for a while. Like I think
Yeah.
the Canoe was one of them, and then they have these ones that can play games up to like Dreamcast. I want to say, and like handhelds.
But can
really
they play
cool-
them well? Is the question.
That's it. Yeah. No,
I still have to
Yeah.
try my Dreamcast, make sure that thing works.
Can they play the Virtual Boy? No.
Oh, can
I
they?
don't think anything could play the
That's the
Speaking
real
of
question.
Any
Dreamcast-
Virtual Boy emulation though?
It'd be kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
Would
Now we're
it?
hurting
I
your
love my
eyes.
Dreamcast.
I don't think
Dreamcast
so.
Emulation is
Just-
pretty
just-
good, but like
Yeah.
I love my.
I prefer
Dreamcast.
playing on the hardware though, man. That's my baby. That's it's gone
Yeah.
too soon.
Plus,
Far
if you
too
lose
soon.
a game, it's really easy to replace the game on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
I brought mine to college, and like I went to college in the era of like PS3 and stuff, and Xbox 360, and I was the kid who
Mhm.
brought a freaking Dreamcast. to
Bro,
college.
then you and me would have been. It's Power Stone
would've been
Thursday.
so-
Let's go.
Power Stone
Power
Thursday.
Stone
Power Stone.
Thursdays.
Oh,
Yo,
man,
I had,
that's
like,
I'm
Power
in.
Stone 2, Virtual On, and like
Mhm.
those kind of. Oh my god,
Samba
Dreamcast
de
was so
Amigo?
good.
Dreamcast. Was
Samba, let's KK.
Samba de Amigo?
Samba de Amigo.
Samba
I
de
got-
Amigo, baby.
Samba de Amigo.
All I'm saying is that franchise is one that just needs to come back because the Wii one was perfect for it, and I loved it. But it's
And you're right, because we got Joy-Con too. They can be.
Joy-Con,
That'd be good.
Samba.
That's
I
I
just-
just
now.
with Donkey Kong.
It's just so-
the bongos that they had for
Donkey
GameCube.
Konga.
Yeah,
Konga.
I finally bought Barrel Blast. That was from the years that I didn't play
Oh,
video
right.
games, so I'm curious about it. And it's
That's one I never really
Fun
got.
little racer.
yeah, and I've got it on. It's a racer.
Game concept.
God, I haven't played it. I've got it on Wii. I can't wait.
Hey,
Yeah.
I found
if
it.
anything, Lanky's back.
Lanky's back. Lanky's
Lanky
back?
is in the game.
What? Oh
Yup.
man. Dude, I'm in.
One good thing.
I'm. By the way, the indie console I am referring to is Evercade. It took me a second or two to look up.
Oh, wait, I've heard of
Okay.
that.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have like Indie Heroes collection and like then Worms collection, and it's really
okay.
cool. It looks
See,
like they
that's-
have
that-
the Celeste. Yeah, go on.
The Pico thing.
Yeah, the Pico and Pico is the other format what I was talking about because Pico
Right.
is like I guess they have their own like constraints and they allow people to kind of build within those constraints. And you put them on like a Raspberry Pi, and you have games that'll like essentially you're building for a Game Boy, essentially,
Right.
and that's really cool.
It's Playdate. You just described it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does it
Mhm.
does it support does it support Pico 8 games?
Probably.
I mean, you can develop the same kind of deal
Fair
in
enough.
that SDK.
All I'm saying
It's
is check
not.
it
There's
out.
not. There's not a set. I'll send you the link to it later so you can. take a
I'm
look,
looking at
but
it.
There's not a set format. It's just like
But they said that the resolution is 2 times, so you could theoretically do it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
a pretty sick concept.
yeah.
I've-
Evercade
Holmboi.
looks really cool, as well. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's the one I'm
absolutely.
looking at because
Mhm.
they get like old publishers and they're like, let's just put all your games on here and we'll do it as a cart. People will buy this.
Hey Sierra, give me those old games. Give
Sierra,
me that
you're
King's
not,
Quest.
You're not playing King's Quest on a Game
Give
Boy.
me that King's
You're not
Quest on
playing
my Game
King's
Boy.
Quest
No.
4.
No.
Like you're just not.
Please,
That's
No.
that's where
King's Quest
it all
came out for like
dies.
NES, I think, at one point.
No,
too.
I don't-
They made a horrible
my
version
God.
of it.
Oh
It
my
was-
God.
Or King's Quest
Garbage.
5, right? Or was it 4 or 5?
NES
what?
ports are just they're awful.
On
awful.
mobile.
Wait, King's Quest was on NES?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
The one with
Yeah.
The owl.
Oh,
Was
I
that
don't know.
4?
Well,
think it
King's
was
Quest
4.
5 is on NES. That's what I know from my quick Google.
Oh, maybe it was 5. It was the one where there's like it was the one I don't know where you.
How did they
start
pull
out
that
and there's
off?
the Ant Queen and it doesn't look good.
Well, of course. But
Nope.
like,
It's
how do you
kind of
do?
like how
oh,
how
it's
do you
just
have like Donkey Kong on the Game Boy? I mean,
But don't you have
that
to
looks
type
better,
in
but,
things? Oh, I guess it's more just point and click.
No, no, no. Yeah, it was point and click by the time
Yeah.
it came. The NES one is point and click.
Oh my god.
Now, if you could do some ports of King's Quest and Sierra games that don't have soft locks, then you'd make some money.
yeah,
Like, they'll have
exactly.
like the stuff where like you just completely get screwed over and all that
Some
stuff.
companies just don't want to make easy money, unfortunately.
Yeah. And
Not
Uh,
adding
that's-
Nintendo at all.
and I don't know if everyone knows King's Quest. I only
Mhm.
found it through Game Grumps. Like apparently one of the guys from Game
Oh,
Grumps
really?
yeah. I didn't really. I mean, I've played probably a Sierra game once or twice, but
Mhm.
I was never one for point and click adventures. Those things are
uh,
disasters typically.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, welcome to the game. You clicked in the wrong place. You typed in the wrong thing.
You clicked
You're
the wrong
doing this
pixel.
wrong. Well, you're doing this wrong. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Sierra
that
was
isn't
like
my cup.
childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when I was a kid, like we had like the big floppy, like the actual floppy
Yeah.
disk. And
Yeah, yeah.
then like we upgraded to that, and like some of the first games were like the King's Quest games. We
Yeah.
had Number Munchers or something.
Right.
And then
Math
like,
Munchers.
yeah, and then Commander Keen.
Commander Keen.
Which
Yep.
was an
Commander
id game.
Keen!
It's software.
It would
We had
be-
Goodbye Galaxy.
Yeah, it would be
Aren't
like
they making a new one?
yeah, I think they
A new
are.
Commander King?
I know
Doesn't
they
it look
did
like
a
trash?
Uh,
They did a new
It's a
one for
mobile.
Game
It's a
Boy
mobile game. It's we
That's
don't
what
talk
I
about that
thought.
one.
Yeah, that's
We
what I
don't.
thought.
We don't talk about that one. That's not Commander Keen.
Okay, fair point.
Not Commander Keen. That's not.
crazy
Just
Commander
like how
like
there's only 2
remake-
Cars movies and 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Exactly.
yeah, King of the Crystal Skull. Right. I got you.
No, no,
I'm
yeah,
kidding. I'm kidding.
Sorry,
That
you said
fanfic.
Dude, I had
Cars
to-
and
I had to.
The craziest remake, or I guess remake, would be that I've seen on Steam. One of them was the Chex Quest remake. Or
Yeah,
Chex
yeah.
Quest HD, where I was like,
Well,
that's
really,
actually
they
sick.
remade this? I love
sick.
those games. Like,
It's
That
free.
was a remake.
It's so much funny.
amazing. No,
It's
I
so
didn't think it was a
funny.
remake.
And
I played
Oh.
the original. I was like, oh my gosh, why is this like?
No, it's a remake.
I thought it was like abandonware. Like
yeah,
the
it's-
the original. I'm like, no way someone would ever like. I went to like download
did.
like
yeah, it's a thing.
They did.
yeah.
They remade it.
They remade
Yeah,
it.
and
They
it was
remade
HD.
Shaq Fu, but it wasn't a remake,
Oh,
and it
Shaq
wasn't
Fu
good.
is-
They
And
made a second
Just
Shaq,
like the original.
Yikes.
The original
Yeah.
wasn't good either.
Such a
but it was
bad-
funny. You can't. You can't say it wasn't funny because it
the
was
second
funny.
one,
It's like Sonic 2006.
so ridiculous.
It's-
Sonic
it's
2006. It's good enough
ain't
to
good,
get
but
Sonic
it's
game on the
funny.
planet. Yeah.
Sonic 2006. You say one good thing about Sonic 2006 and go. I actually do have one
Lose.
thing.
I
I
just
lose.
bought it.
It's no use.
It's
I
no
played it
use.
on
I know.
stream.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I played it on PS3, and the one good thing I can say about it is that if you replay a level, it plays a little bit more smoothly the second time you go through it. so
Okay,
the glitches
yeah.
Not a good
fewer
thing.
bugs.
But
It was
okay,
so
but if I
bad.
can,
It
if I
might
could
be
say-
the worst game I've ever played. It might be.
Oh.
It was basically
Hmm,
alpha.
hmm,
One
Yeah.
of the worst games I've ever played.
you sir have not played iCarly Groovy Foodie for the Nintendo DS.
I have not yet.
Sure have not.
Fair.
Yeah,
the best,
I
the, one of the
100%
worst
completed that.
non-shovelware
man.
games I've ever played.
Fair point. Okay, non-shovelware.
Okay,
yeah.
fair. But if I could
yeah.
say one good thing about it is that Sonic is the best character because you put his gems and you put the blue gem, send him to the moon. It's fantastic. Anyways, that's
Oh
it.
my gosh.
is that
I got nothing.
Okay, no, I was just gonna say because there is
It's
something.
trash.
It's that you guys didn't notice that the Sonic 06 theme is the victory theme in Smash Brothers. At least in
Oh.
Smash 4.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Interesting.
It's Smash 4,
Yeah.
Smash 4, and
it's probably
Ultimate.
Ultimate.
The
Probably an
victory,
Ultimate,
the
yeah.
victory theme is from Sonic 06.
Yeah, and you didn't notice that because it's actually a pretty decent theme. Yeah. Something
No,
good.
yeah.
Maybe it was
Sonic
just
was-
part of the deal to get Sonic in the game.
Let
Yeah,
us
yeah.
reference our
The
game.
opening.
Acknowledge
like,
06 or we're not putting Sonic in.
Yep.
Mhm.
the opening cinematic of Sonic 06 is okay.
The music is
Like a Final
fantastic.
I mean,
Fantasy,
the
like,
whole thing is
CG.
ridiculous, and that's it's a fun romp if you
But
watch
it's not
someone
the
else
first
play
time that there's been a princess being saved, and it has what's her face from Mean Girls as the voice of the princess.
it. Ooh,
Oh shoot, what's her name? Hold on.
Oh
It's important.
boy.
It's important.
which one?
I know you're right.
Uh,
I just don't
is
remember.
Is it Herbie Fully Loaded or is it the?
No, it's
No,
not
it's
Lindsay
just like-
Not
Lohan.
Lindsay
Not Lindsay.
Lohan. It's shoot, what's her name?
Homeboy's just like, why?
Oh, Sonic 2006. Hold on,
Oh
I'll
my
tell you. I'll
goodness.
tell you. This is important.
This is important,
I
guys.
keep
I mean-
thinking Channing
I mean,
Tatum, but that's
So-
the guy. That's the guy
so-
from.
I can say Channing Tatum.
Yeah,
her name sounds like
he's the
that. Her
princess.
name sounds like that.
Princess
Her name,
Channing
Channing-
Tatum.
oh my
That's the
God.
name of the
played-
podcast.
He played
Episode.
Elise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.
Princess-
Chan-
Of course it was Channing Tatum. Yeah, you know what? You could say that about Sonic 06, and someone's gonna believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah.
I'll find it.
I'm probably
I'll find
buying
it.
Sonic 06 tonight. Playdate.
There's also that.
I'm skeptical about Playdate. I will say that because like, you get any of those like 40-in-1 consoles, and the games aren't amazing, and so when I see something like Evercade,
Oh.
it's like old stuff.
Lacey
Like you know. It's...
Chabert.
Okay, someone else who I don't know. I have to Google that name now. Lacey.
That's like the Chabert Channing.
I'll say you are well within your right to take a wait and see approach.
Yeah.
It's an untested product from a new hardware developer. It could go either way.
Yeah.
I based on their past publishing and how their software works, because I actually have used a couple of their programs before.
Oh yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
What
They
do
make
What do they make?
Mac apps.
Oh really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's this
So-
lady from Mean Girls. Yeah.
Just like to say those
This is-
consoles you're referring to usually are made by people who do not care, and these guys. care.
I think
I'm
so.
excited for
I
it.
think no, I think they care. I just don't know. Yeah, the game selection and all that jazz. But
Wait and see.
well, yeah, it's a wait and see type of thing. Like I'm excited, especially like you've got the guy from Katamari. He's gonna make a great game. It's gonna be like 20 minutes long. Like yeah. So,
But you're not buying if you're looking at that and wanting like a game that's gonna be like 40 hours
Substantial.
long,
Right.
it's
This
like-
ain't the
it's
place
like
for it.
flash in the pan. It's like really good. It seems like it's gonna be really cool. I don't think it's gonna be like a Stadia where it's gonna be. If it doesn't go through, it's not gonna be like a Stadia or a Ouya. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
more like it had some
Yes.
good games. It just didn't sell.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
I
idea
think it's
exists.
gonna have good stuff for it, and
It'll be the
that's what makes me
Dreamcast of
excited.
handhelds.
Yeah,
there you go. There
it
you go.
looks
Mhm.
it looks fun. Like it looks inherently goofy and fun. Like these people are not buying this
Yeah.
for just the games. They're buying this because it's interesting and
Mhm.
it's a toy.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a
absolutely
hand
is.
crank, man.
I mean, everything's like all of the systems.
Fair
are
point.
great
Yeah.
technically.
Technically.
It has a hand
And-
crank.
And
They could use the hand
just-
crank.
They made a new Bluetooth speaker, which is adorable and looks like a
Yes.
TV set, and it's adorable, and it has a pen. Oh, I want one.
Yes.
It's
like-
my kind of kooky.
You're kind of cool.
I'll put it like that.
It's a little
Yeah.
pricey, but knowing who's making it, like
Yeah.
just knowing what they've done, Teenage Engineering is like they make really premium like musical equipment.
Okay.
So
Right.
it's gonna be made really well.
Yeah.
That's why the price point is what it is. It's not.
It's not a fly by night
Like-
company
exactly.
I mean, the
on
thing,
either
It's not a
side.
cash
the
grab.
thing is, if that and something else is competing for my money, I'm gonna have to get the analog pocket. Not because it's called Pocket, but because
It's because it's called Pocket.
I mean that thing is
I
absurd.
tried to get one of those too. I want one of those too.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get both,
But-
homeboy.
No, but I'm saying I couldn't because they
Yeah.
sold out in 20 seconds.
They sold out
but-
in like
geez, yeah.
like 15 seconds flat.
Right. I'm still planning on getting one down the road, but that is
Yeah.
for more substantial, your tried and true,
Yeah.
you
it
know,
looks so good.
gaming experiences. But I
Yeah.
think these I feel like if you're a fan of games like WarioWare or
Yeah.
like Rhythm Heaven or those quirky kinds of games, or if you
Yeah.
really like independent games, this is kind of where you're sitting at. Like you understand
For sure.
what you're getting into with this kind of system.
Yeah.
If you're looking for like a Pokemon or like a
But if you want the
You know what
indie
I mean?
Pokemon, you know, you'll
this
probably-
is where you come
this is
to.
where you go to
Yeah.
because it's still
Right.
portable.
Can you stream it on Twitch though? Can you
You
do it like
actually
that?
You
can. They got
you can.
oh,
There's
that's
an
part of
emulator.
the
It was one of the
Yeah.
that was one
Yeah.
of the things where I was like, can you?
Wow.
Can you do
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
USB-C out goes to.
I was
can you do
gonna
that
laugh as a
HD
joke,
or
but
HD.
No, I
Wow.
think there's some if it's an emulator or something else, like they have a way of allowing you to. I remember that being in the
That's
Ooh,
pretty sick.
yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
it's pretty awesome. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So we got through that news,
Yeah,
but
We went through a multitude of topics. It
a
was great.
multitude of topics.
we took the scenic route. We got there.
But yeah,
We got
look,
there.
that's
We
the
went from DLC.
yeah, that's the only route to take. And now we have to talk about every article headline being Nintendo to like murder Dr. Mario. Uh, Dr. Mario
We
is
just
ending
take a moment of
November.
silence.
Yeah, moment of silence. Dr.
For
Mario
Dr.
World
Mario.
will end by November 1st. Now, I mean, just as so, like you're an indie game dork, not dork, you know what I mean. You're an indie game. You're an indie game enthusiast, just like I am, and but another thing I am deeply passionate about is just game preservation as a whole, and like Dr. Mario is an interesting game. They've had a couple spin-offs. They had Dr. Luigi and everything, but now this Dr. Mario World is ending on November 1st, and it's the most extensive Dr. Mario game there's ever been. Even if it's kind of gotcha, if it's kind of like, you know, it's their Candy Crush in a way. It just didn't do
Right.
as well as Candy Crush,
Mm.
but there's so many levels in it, and it has interesting mechanics, and like, I mean, you can't. I don't think there's a way to scrape this game or anything. Not that I'm doing
You
that,
can't.
Nintendo, but you know, maybe,
You-
maybe there is. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be hard, because there's an online component to it.
Well,
So
I mean,
I
if you
don't
took
know.
the story mode
Actually-
is so big.
I'm pretty sure you can't play it without online. if I'm
Yeah.
not
Right.
mistaken.
You'd have to have some.
You have to have
there,
online to
Oh,
there,
play it.
fake
there
it?
may be a way to do that.
There's
So
gotta be a way.
there, I used to be a volunteer at the Maid over here in Oakland, California. It's the Museum of Arts and Digital
Oh, nice.
Entertainment, and they're
Mhm.
really big on preservation. Like they have tons of different arcade cabinets and hard drive backups and all these different kinds of
Yeah.
things to preserve games,
That's
right?
sick.
So
Cool.
they legally just won the right to get the source code from online games.
Which
So
ones?
that way you can run just in general, like any game
Okay.
that like MMOs or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So you can take the source code, run your own internal server, and still be
Yeah.
able to play the game.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a way to do it. It's
Mhm.
just is that not want, but like it needs to
think
be
it's
taken
important.
as a necessity, right? And I, feel
think,
like
I think
maybe
it's important. I mean,
right,
like,
they can't
Oh,
be the
yeah.
only ones out there that want to do that. So somebody is probably thinking of a way to scrape the game.
no, I mean, like
to-
if
That's
I
part of like the right to repair.
yeah, right
act
to repair.
where-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right to repair. There's actually a channel that goes over that. I
Well,
learned
yeah,
that recently.
Woz-
That's very
It's
cool.
important. It's super important because
Mhm.
it's like
They got
it'll
Woz to
take-
put a video out.
Yeah.
The
Really?
creator
Yeah.
of the co-creator of Apple, the other Steve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Steve.
There were 3 Steves actually. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the Steve that did the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's 3 Steves: Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Steve of BirdCultured, and it's you know, we're always brought up in the
Yeah.
same conversation.
And people don't know that you know, yeah.
Can't forget Scott Wozniak.
You look good for 65.
It's all that Apple money. Just
Yeah.
all that Apple money. Just
Watch
all that
watch how Scott Woz is related to Steve Woz. Just like
When
Like,
I
people be
heard
like-
Steve Woz, I was just like, I heard Woz. Because
Yeah,
people
yeah.
would just like put Woz, and I was like, Scott the Woz?
yeah,
I still think of Steve Wozniak when I hear Woz, but I'm old,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
exactly. I
say,
mean, like
yeah.
same,
But,
same here. Like I have his book. His book's called I Was. That's how old that book is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness about like Dr. Mario,
Dr. Mario
right?
being diagnosed.
I'm just I feel
prognosis.
I
Yeah.
I feel really bad about it because it's just like for me it was weird because I
Yeah.
haven't I mean I don't know what this like before we went on I like said how like it's weird that they're taking this one out but keep supporting others like Dragalia Lost, but apparently Dragalia Lost is still popping off. I mean the last major thing for that game for me at least was when Mega Man crossed over with
Yeah.
them back I think
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, yeah.
But since then, I've heard nothing about it. And then, other than that, there's Pocket Camp for Animal Crossing, which apparently
still going
makes-
crazy.
still going crazy because
Oh.
of the fact that they're adding stuff in that game that they're not putting in New Horizons. But that's a whole different But
that's a whole different podcast.
They've been
That's a
doing
whole
that for
different-
forever. That's a whole different podcast.
different. And then there's Mario Kart, which is they're adding a whole bunch of things that they're not adding to a new Mario Kart. That's a whole
Yeah.
different one.
I think,
Um,
yeah.
Is that weird?
I
and
think
Fire
Game-
Emblem Heroes, you know what I mean? Like,
I
it's
think Game
weird.
Explain was talking about how like this is not good news because all the other games are on the chopping block too. But like, I don't really think so. I mean, what games are there that they're not like that are not like staples of Nintendo? Mario Kart's making money. There's just no way it's not making money.
Oh no, it is. It is probably
Yeah.
the best out of all of them, besides Fire Emblem Heroes. I
No,
don't know. if
Animal
that one-
Crossing. Animal Crossing is making the most now.
You
Really?
think so?
Okay.
hmm Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
man.
I know.
But-
Animal
yeah.
Crossing is making it, and then I think it's still.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Well, that's
Okay.
not more Niantic than
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Oh yeah, well
the
Pokemon Go
second
is
party.
is like the top of the list. no
Pokemon
matter
Go is
what.
eternal. It'll keep going. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it will
If-
outlive
if
us
any
all.
of these, if any of these are going to be the last one standing, it's going to be Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
also wouldn't be surprised if more of Nintendo's mobile games start to get the axe, just because I feel like this was a safety net in case the Switch flopped, which it absolutely did not. And
Yeah.
now that they're like, well, we could be taking these resources and putting them back into the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm sure that discussion has been had.
Because
Yeah,
like,
probably.
the
Mhm.
reason that
That's a
that
good
Among
point.
Us is so huge is specifically because of mobile. The mobile
Mhm.
market's just so absurd and huge. So I don't know. You know, I feel like
Uh,
Nintendo's going to like they have the Pikmin game that's gonna be coming out for it, and
They do.
I feel like they're gonna have their toes in there for a bit and just like make sure that they're strategized if they want to actually like go in more hardcore there. But like they have their best franchises on there anyways.
Didn't they
I-
say that they aren't going to like they're against going all in for like the gotcha games like
Well, what-
Nintendo they could make so much more money
I,
if they
I have
wanted
to apologize then, because then what are they even talking about? Like what are they saying? Are those words that they're actually saying? You know, because Mario
That'd be
Kart.
weird considering that's all Mario Kart.
That's what
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart
is gotcha, isn't it?
Yeah, Mario
That's
Kart.
I mean, they
That's
do
literally
that kind of
gotcha,
stuff,
that's-
but they could be doing it more.
Mario
I guess,
Kart
is-
might
they
be
said, like,
not
couple years ago.
exactly. Yeah. Mario Kart-
No, it totally is. Come on.
No, because
Mario Kart's gotcha.
it's loot boxes. Mario Kart is loot boxes. It's not like you've played for a
Oh,
certain amount
okay.
of time
Okay.
and now you can't play. That is Pokemon. Pokemon. Sorry, it's they made the name hilarious. Pokemon Masters EX. Don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
For some reason, that's the name of the game. Pokemon
Pokemon
Masters.
Masters.
Yep. Pokemon
I
Masters.
see what you're getting at. I see what you're driving at.
That one is gotcha.
It was just called Pokemon Masters.
No.
at
They
one
made
point.
they made an update. They made an
I know.
update. It's Pokemon Masters
Oh.
EX. I don't.
I know.
don't
Originally,
get
the name was just Pokemon Masters,
Yeah,
and then
they-
they added that.
they
And
had
I was
to-
like, why?
it. Like why?
because EX sells.
It does. It does. It was just so perfect. It's just so perfect. But anywho,
yeah.
like also, so there's stuff like that where they already do that, and then like, you know, we're not gonna have time to talk about Blizzard if I keep going on about how disappointed I am with Nintendo when they have when they make, you know, they're partial owners of Pokemon. They made Pokemon Unite, and it has that pay to win mechanic where it just gives you a slight advantage, the slightest advantage. It's probably not noticeable. It's noticeable to my wallet.
It
It's
is.
noticeable to other people's
No,
wallets.
it's noticeable in game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
It can
it
make or
is
break a game.
noticeable.
Well, I mean, like, it can make or break a game, but your gameplay is going to make the biggest impact. Okay,
Hmm.
there's an argument to
Yeah.
that. It's a percentage. It's a small percentage buff
Mm.
that everyone's going to get over time. But why are you doing? Why would you make it even in the space that people will think that they have to buy, you know, they have to buy random currency to do this, even if it wasn't affecting the gameplay? Why would you do that? Like, that's
Why would you
toxic.
have 5 currencies in a single game?
Yeah.
But they do.
Well, that makes sense for mobile games.
Money.
It's complete trash, right? That's like, but making the gameplay affected by those currencies, like, the reason I'm disappointed is because the game is awesome and they don't believe in it. They don't believe in their own game to bring in revenue.
Well,
Like,
they also
yeah.
last year said that they were gonna start killing their games on mobile too. I think it was Bloomberg that
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
reported on it, and they said they were because of how good I think it was because of how good the Switch was doing and how good Animal
were gonna-
Crossing was doing,
hmm
that they're just like, listen, we're just gonna slowly phase this.
That's why I was like
out.
surprised about Pocket Camp, because I think at that time they were talking about axing Pocket Camp because Horizons was just going through the roof.
Right.
So they were like, why
Oh,
do we
really?
have this other game when Animal Crossing New Horizons is going like amazing? And now
I-
it's funny a year later.
Yeah. Well, I
seeing
don't
what
know.
they did.
Horizons is cooled off.
Well, yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
Pocket Camp is great. I mean, it's a decent game. It does have a lot of gotcha mechanics, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
a
not
great-
Animal Crossing.
It's not Animal
It's
Crossing.
an Animal Crossing theme on a gotcha game.
It's
Very
a
true.
it's like a little what's the other one? The designer, the home designer.
Happy
It's
Home
that.
Designer.
Designer.
It's essentially Happy Home Designer, but
Yeah.
like it was fine, but it allows them to test out like different stuff. Probably, I can imagine it allows them
Yeah.
to test out different stuff that they want to bring in to.
They must be doing a whole lot of testing because I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything yet.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it was a year before they like I had the Mario stuff, and then like a year later, it was like a half a year later they announced it or something, and then a year later they actually added it to New Horizons. And it's like that.
Yeah.
Pocket Camp already has so many more items. It's ridiculous.
We have the pipe from Mario. So
So
Ooh.
does Pocket Camp, but you can go in the pipe. In New
okay, but
Horizons.
we have
The pipe from
insert
Mario.
here.
Yeah.
But we have it.
But we have a stick that can allow you to jump over
we can
rivers.
swim.
We can
Boom.
swim. You can't do that in Pocket Camp. You
Oh.
can't.
Or
But you
Animal
could do
Crossing.
it in New Leaf.
Yeah.
But yeah. Rip Dr. Mario, I think we're all on the basis that we were just like, okay, that's sad, but like
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. I played it for a little bit and then never touched it again. Not because it was bad, but because I just wasn't into it.
I
And then
played
I
it,
forgot.
Played it a decent amount. Like, I mean, I came back to it like 2 times and left. The concept
I
of
saw
having
news
all the
about it.
different
The doctors.
Yeah, the different doctors where it was like we're gonna have 4
Goomba
Goombas in a
Tower.
4 Goombas in a trench coat. Awesome. You know what? Fine.
Goomba
Let's
Tower.
do it.
But you had also like Tetris 99 on the actual on Switch, which is kind of Dr. Mario-esque. But
Yeah,
I'm
in a
wondering
sense.
when are we gonna get a mobile Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean machine?
Yes.
The
That's
facts.
what I want.
That's what I want.
You got to talk to Sega.
Listen,
Yeah.
Well,
Sega
Sonic
would probably
Mania
do
was
it if
good,
we all
so-
asked.
They're too busy making Sonic jewelry now, like those chains from the
Yeah, I
last
saw that.
Sonic Drip.
Yeah, the Sonic drip. I'm
They're gonna
sorry,
be making
sorry.
them NFTs. But
I love
they
it.
are.
I love
They
it so
are.
much. I
And
hate it.
it's
and I
gonna,
love
it's
it.
yeah, I hate it. I love it. But
I love
that's
it
Sonic in a
so
nutshell,
much.
right?
Sonic Drip.
Mhm.
Sonic
And
Dreams
a new
collection.
game we know nothing about, but Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean machine. Need it.
Yeah.
Need it.
So I feel like we
We-
should. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
I was just
Homeboy.
gonna say, yeah, no, Dr. Robot, that was a good, little side mode game.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they finally made Mania. It's good that we have 4 games now in the Sonic
Yes.
series. That's pretty cool.
exactly.
You're not
Took
counting
so
Sonic
long.
4.
I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no.
Four.
It's
Sonic Mania.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
Sonic and Knuckles and Mania. Right?
Yeah.
Those are just that's all that's
You're not
ever
wrong.
been made.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Pocket, I don't know what you're
Sonic
talking about.
Mania has a boss that is Dr. Robotnik's.
They
Mean
could have
Bean
done
machine
episode
as
2
well,
for
so that's
4.
great.
That was fantastic.
I didn't
Also-
dislike the art style for 4. I just, the game. The real
Just the
4th game in
cheap
that, you're missing a game in that timeline. You're missing Sonic for the iPod.
Oh.
Sonic for the iPod.
Oh, you mean
Everyone's
that little
favorite.
concept footage when they were showing off that the iPod could play games?
Yeah, it exists.
Sonic for the iPod.
Sonic for the iPod exists.
Yep,
I've
it
got an
exists.
iPod back there. I need to
Perfection.
flash it and put Sonic
does.
for it.
It does function. That it does.
KK, give me the speed run time on Sonic for the iPod.
I believe it's 0 seconds and 0 minutes because no one's ever touched it after it
Someone
released.
looks at it and says, "What?" No, and puts it down. Speed run.
Yeah. Oh
Boom.
my god. Yeah. Oh, I just can't. I just can't. I've got to
Do
do
we
that.
move on?
love Sonic so much.
Wait, do they
we
do
go
it by
to the-
consoles? Because if there is no type, like if there's no time for that, I have to kind of do that.
I have no idea.
Now's your chance. Cut the stream. Go speedrun.
Yeah, cut the streams. Go
Yeah.
speed.
You got it.
Cut
You
it.
gotta.
We
I wanna
can't cut
see
the
it.
stream. We need to talk about our good friends at Blizzard.
Oh boy.
We sure do.
We
Yeah,
sure
we
do.
do.
Mm.
Yeah,
Now-
we
So
do.
many, I have so many words.
I
so
I,
many,
I can't
so
even
many
keep
words.
track.
So many nice.
I
A lot of
can't even-
words. I don't have a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of. I don't have a lot of
words to
pocket show
say.
friendly ones to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
just don't. I
PG words.
don't get it. Like they seem to. I saw an article that was like how in 3 years Blizzard ruined its its reputation.
Blizzard and Activision.
And
let's
Activision.
Not, let's not leave any
I
names
mean, we're
out
not.
of this. Most-
No, we're not leaving the blame out of it, but like everybody only really cares about Blizzard. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean they've made some of the best games of all time.
Duty.
Everybody only really cares about Blizzard. Let's be real.
All I know is that like the stuff that's come out in the past week is that like Blizzard was it Blizzard and whatever.
what's the
some
latest
devs
thing?
were staying in the
Blizzard.
quote unquote Cosby suite.
Was that
Yeah.
was that the
They
big?
all posed,
Was that the
and
big?
Oh my
then-
god.
Yeah,
and
that-
then
the
they
Cosby Suite
also
thing
were
is ridiculous.
talking about how someone who was interested in developing for them, Blizzard specifically, was sexually harassed. Essentially.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Hacker.
The securities thing. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah.
about being quote unquote penetrated. And,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
Come on,
Those-
yeah.
Like,
it's-
I don't know if
it's
y'all
awful.
saw. I'm pretty sure
Very
you
awful.
have seen it, but about the Cosby Suite, right?
Yeah.
There were text messages actually shown off from
I
one of
didn't see
like
that.
talking about like that. And like it was like one of the guys was just talking about like bringing up girls up there and everything. And I'm just like,
Come on.
what on what
why?
planet
What?
did you think that this was a good idea, or just what?
Planet
Like,
Activision, man.
But
It's
like,
the
how
planet-
much? Yeah, how much does the Cosby Suite? Okay, no, it actually does exist.
Yeah, it does.
During
yeah,
company
it exists.
events,
It exists.
Which
Uh,
is
Sabi would
upsetting
hit
in
up
its
with female
own
employees,
right,
telling them he
and
wanted to
then
marry them?
stacking on
Oh no. Oh, this is in plain view of
Ah.
other male employees, putting his
Mhm.
attempting to kiss
The-
them, putting his arms around them. Plain view of
Mhm.
another male, including supervisors who had to intervene and pull him off of female employees. Oh no.
the worst.
Yep,
the
that was
worst
the guy
thing-
with the text messages that I mentioned earlier. Like the thing you just said.
I think the most important thing to take away from it, and especially because Ubisoft, their employees showed solidarity with Activision Blizzard, is that this is not an isolated incident.
No.
God.
That is.
And
it
you
is-
know what else? They're trying to
it's
sweep it. Sony is trying to sweep it under the rug, but I
Yeah.
hope that people aren't letting them. But Insomniac actually got tagged in a little bit of that too.
Oh
Mhm.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Oh,
got
no.
stuff like, I mean, if you
But, like, we
if
also
the
need to be
industry
careful
is
here.
pushing-
Right.
Oh,
No, because we also need to be careful here because it could be anything when we're like tagging in all these different people. Like we need to make sure we're doing our research and everything, and we're able to kind of
yeah.
validate these claims.
no.
Because like
Yeah. No. There's
they're-
there's
we're gonna
there's
get tagged
articles
on-
about all of it.
Yeah, as long as there's
Yeah.
articles about it that like actually bring everything up, and then
Yeah.
because it's the type of thing where you know Twitter. We're guilty until all of us here are guilty until proven innocent on Twitter, and that's
Yeah,
kind
until
of
the
messed
entire
up.
State of California.
It is
sees
messed up, but it is how it is the world
Yeah.
works, unfortunately
Yeah,
now.
This is not
Yeah.
an isolated. This is not a hearsay. This is not a witch hunt.
No, it's
No.
not.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not a witch
there-
hunt.
No. This
It
is
is,
straight
there are
up-
articles.
Once-
There's
The
proof.
entire state of California is suing a company because they're.
There's got to
shuffling
be
it under
something
the
Oh
rug.
my
going on.
God.
And it is
No, but-
not because
Eh.
it is not because they're. This is not a hearsay. This is not someone like.
Oh,
just
no.
calling out company. Is every company is doing this? This is every company
Mhm.
that
Okay.
you know of that is in the public space. This
Sure.
isn't just a gaming thing.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
wow.
a
Company
it's a
in
society
the
thing.
country that
Okay.
is. This is a society thing. This isn't just like
Yeah,
us calling out. This is not like
'Cause, like,
we
I've-
shouldn't be
I've worked
scared.
at-
We shouldn't be scared to call these companies out because they
Yeah.
deserve it.
no, but like the thing is, we drag in other companies in ancillarily,
And they
and
they
some
deserve
some
it.
of them deserve it. Yeah, I'm just saying I haven't done
They-
the research, so I don't know these things. And
Yeah, but
and
you've heard it.
I've heard it.
from the
I've
people
heard
who
it,
work
but
there.
like there's
Not
many
I've
like
seen it.
things
I've seen it from companies that don't get called out for it.
for sure. And I've worked
This
at
is
bad
every
companies. I've worked
company.
at good
This is-
companies. Yeah. I mean, I'm just
Right.
saying. I'm just saying it because cancel culture has come after so many different people who actually were not as guilty as people have went witch hunting for. I mean, the My Little Pony girl got canceled at one point.
This
Uh,
isn't canceling though. This is people being sexually assaulted.
Well, and
harassed.
that yeah, and that's
This
a big
isn't
issue.
Canceling
It's a-
people. This is
Yeah.
they're corporations. They're not going to get canceled because the government won't let them. This
Yeah,
is
here's the
They're too big to
life
fail.
We're talking about. This
Yeah.
isn't cancel culture. This is not
Like, here's
something that.
here's the
This
thing,
is
right?
not good and bad. This is evil, and just
I-
there's.
Yeah.
It's not. You shouldn't worry about the companies getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby
Um,
Kotick makes an extravagant amount of money.
He'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
What's that jerk from Gearbox? He's a
It's
piece
Randy
of
Pitt,
trash.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's
I-
still stuff to. I totally understand where you're coming from with this. If there's evidence on any of this, obviously throw what I'm saying out the window. But if you're working at one of the smaller companies, if you were an employee at Insomniac, right, and it was
Small
actually
company of Insomniac.
or I know if it's not a small company. If you were at Insomniac, if you were a developer at Insomniac, and you were applying for a job now, it would feel weird. And the people at these companies also, like, some of them are good people. So I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Like
100%.
and
It-
I
well,
don't
like,
know.
We're not
like
talking people.
and
it's like-
when I say some of them are good people, I don't mean that if there's some of them are good people, the company doesn't. I'm just saying, like, innocent people would be, if the company itself did not do something that was harmful, then the employees do still get affected by that negative press, is what I'm getting at. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Right.
like so with Blizzard, right? And I think we should probably just. I get what you're saying, Pocket, but I
Yeah.
also get what Bird's also saying because
Yeah.
like Bird and Home are saying there are articles and there is
God.
evidence out there that has shown that this isn't just something that's like
Contained to
hearsay type of
Blizzard.
thing. There is evidence.
Well, for
There's
sure.
evidence like that. But we can stay to Blizzard for now since we know for a fact.
And that's
obviously,
all
with
I'm
everything
that's
that's
all I was saying. That,
Um,
like, I know with Blizzard there's proof and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently with Insomniac there's proof with all this stuff. I just haven't seen it. I haven't done my research, right? So it's hard
I
for
mean,
me to
there's
kind
all
of.
the games
but,
journalists that are saying it's hard to love an industry that actively hates you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. What I was
Ah.
I actually saw this video where it was just somebody speaking out on the situation, and it's
Yeah.
like the way they put it, and I agree, is just like the way to like combat this isn't exactly to just like, okay, I'm gonna just starting today I'm gonna stop buying their games. Starting today I'm gonna like boycott this, and this. And the thing is, if you do that, you're hurting like you're hurting like the people who, like the women there as well, because they still work. Either there's still good people like working there and stuff like that, and you're hurting them while trying to hurt the other people.
It's a double-edged
so it's
sword, though,
important.
right?
Yeah,
Because
it is.
at the same time, you are correct, but at the other end, where we have to be also realistic, is these companies. If we didn't say anything, they don't care. KK.
Yeah.
There's
I'm not
there's
saying
one
don't say
way to
anything, I'm
make them
saying
care.
there's-
No, but I'm saying there's one way to make them care, and it's to hit the
go on.
bottom line.
Yeah.
Fair.
And
They
it
have
sucks. It sucks
thousands of
that
employees,
Fair.
but-
right. It sucks
fair.
that it has to be that way, but that's the only way you can make companies as big and as unfailing and as we can do anything, and all we have to do is ride the negative press out, and people will forget and go away. The only way you can make them listen is to dip into their profits, and
Yeah.
it sucks that it hurts the team people there. It really does, because like you were saying, Pocket was saying, there's absolutely decent people at all of these companies.
Mhm.
There are people
No,
who I
yeah,
know have
but-
spoken out
yeah.
about this behavior,
Like,
and the company has
clearly.
pumped it out. But at the same time, you can't let poison stay in a body. You
Yeah,
know what I
no.
mean?
Yeah.
You have to
No.
purge it.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
my only concern is a company that's not actually doing these things. But yeah, I mean, it might just be, I don't know. I've worked at good companies, I've worked at bad companies, and I don't know. I guess I haven't worked specifically in gaming except for my little VR stint where when I worked in VR, worked for a VR company, let's say, right, and it was extremely toxic, extremely so.
But it
But
is
yeah,
interesting to talk about it we BirdCultured brought it up, or either it was BirdCulture or Homeboy, one of the two brought it up, how like it's not just like a insulated incident, like it's a
yeah,
society thing, because that's
Yeah,
so
it's not
true.
gaming.
Because it's not just here, it's like it's just basically that's what unfortunately women who like apply into like probably just working in this industry or other industry have to face,
Working
and
it
they have to
all.
just
Yeah.
yeah,
but
they have
like
to
Walking down the
face that,
street.
big
and they have to like
companies,
be okay with that, and that's not
I
like
mean,
yeah, it's a society
all of
thing, and that's hard to change, but we have to do something
We need
about
to
it.
be
it's
better.
it's definitely interesting to me because all the bigger companies I work for, I've had to take you know, sexual harassment trainings for, right? All the bigger companies know. I feel. I mean, I don't know. I don't know specifically the culture at not the culture. I'm saying I don't know what the onboarding process is at Blizzard, but like the second you do anything wrong at a bigger company, I mean, I'm not gonna list the ones I worked at, but like you'd just be out.
And
Like
that's not the case at
Ideally,
big
yeah.
companies.
yeah,
HR doesn't protect people; it protects the
The
company.
company. Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
And it sucks. And I mean, I've worked, I work in communications, so we'll
Yeah.
just leave it that broad. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I've worked at, I don't think I've ever worked at a company where I haven't heard a story where someone hasn't been sexually or harassed.
Oh no.
Like, it just
no.
comes up, it just is what it is, and we need to be better. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
look at me. Like, what the hell have I gone through? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to deal with this, and it sucks. Like
yeah,
that other
absolutely.
people have to deal with this, and I think it's
Every
like
day,
it's
man.
our responsibility to say we need to be better. People who look like me need to be better.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
maybe I said something, maybe like
And
Right.
maybe we don't even know it, and I
Yeah.
think that's the big message that we need to deliver to people, is that like wonder, like if you don't know, like if you're sitting there, like someone's watching this and wondering like, well, I haven't seen that, like ask yourself
Yeah,
why
you
that
have.
is,
Yeah,
why that
it's
is. Yeah,
possible. It's
exactly.
very possible you
Maybe
have.
you need
It's
to, maybe you're not listening well enough, and it's not intentional. We're not saying you're a bad person. There's thousands of people who work at these video game companies that are phenomenal people, wonderful people. They don't deserve hate, but we need to be better.
Yeah.
We need to be better.
And the thing
that's
is, I
what-
feel like the issue isn't the people in this room, or mostly the people in the
No.
chats here. Like, but it's still I feel like we can still make a difference, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and it's especially like in this type of situation, like in this group in particular, like we're all men.
Yeah.
We're all, or how we identify.
100%.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
if I assumed.
No, yeah.
No,
You're
Okay.
you're right on.
you're making a,
Okay, cool.
making a good point.
Cool. But yeah, as us, we don't really see that. Let's be honest. To us, it happens, but not as
Yeah.
often, and it's okay to acknowledge that. But I mean, it's up to like if we actively see that, if we see it happening, it's up to us to really like make that change. Like we
Mhm.
can't just leave it all to just
Yeah.
like
Yes.
women to handle it for us.
Yeah.
We
Right.
should also be
It's
speaking out
our
as well.
problem.
Like it's our problem
Everyone's.
as well, because of the fact that we can sit here and say like this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. But it's up to us. It's especially us. I feel like we have like a little bit of responsibility in terms of that, to have to really like speak out, especially because like it's gonna come a lot from us, from
Yes.
Yeah.
people growing up in this
People in
and
power.
industry stuff like that. Exactly, people in power, and like always,
For better,
and like
for
in this
power.
situation, like with the Cosby room, like
Yeah, that's sign, sealed, deliver. It's done. It's done.
Yeah.
um,
Well,
but like it's also like
so-
just saying like in those like especially in the gaming industry, at least from what I saw from like Blizzard, predominantly male,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Um,
most studios, yeah.
I mean,
exactly,
I make
and
an
that
effort.
is
I make an effort typically, even on the podcast, to try to bring in like women I mean, just to have more of a well-rounded perspective on everything.
varied perspectives
Yeah.
are always good.
I
and
do too.
which is fantastic.
I mean, it's hard enough finding
You
yes,
help-
but you know what I mean. It's I try to make that effort. And yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. I have something whenever you're done though.
yeah, I to add on to that is
Yeah.
just like it's also important to realize it's important for us to educate ourselves rather than rely on them. Like it's good to get their
Mhm.
perspective, but it's also important for us to do our own research in that, so that way we can become more open when we see it. Because yeah, like you guys, like we've mentioned before, it's not always easy to spot these things. And if you haven't, don't beat yourself up. Just realize that like it's happening. If you work with somebody and they've had it in the past, and you didn't notice, then the best thing you can do is be more aware for next time. Because obviously, or if it's still ongoing, to be in there for support, however that may be. That's
Yeah.
the most important thing you
It's
can do right now, especially
it's
us as men.
it's also important too to continue to work on yourself in regards
Yeah.
to your personal behavior too, because
You might not know.
if right, you might not know, you might have made a joke, or said something, or bumped into somebody the wrong way, and they took it a different way that you had no intention of doing that for, right? But
Hmm.
if they come to you and they say, hey, you know this and this, you did this and this, and it made me feel this kind of way, you don't invalidate their
Yeah.
opinion. You listen to them, and you improve yourself based on what they tell you, and say, okay, I understand, I'm working to move forward and do better, and
Yeah.
you keep on going. But you can't invalidate somebody else's experience and how they perceive. You can't tell somebody how to react to something that you tell them or something that you do to them.
Right.
Exactly.
So
And
Yeah.
it's just, man, again, like seeing all that news coming out this week, like it was just, oh boy, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, we all were joked about it earlier, but man,
Oh
it just
boy.
made me so angry
yeah,
Yeah.
because
I'm getting heated about this. It just
Yeah. Yeah. You're
no,
just
makes me
yeah.
it's a
so angry.
oh,
And like
I
Because
wanted to bring
it
up
just
something real quick.
yeah.
When
Okay.
BirdCultured was talking, I was trying to bring it up while you and Pocket were talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I looked up and I was looking at BirdCultured, like there's like his screen, and like at one point he like looked dead in the camera, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
oh,
sorry.
Me and
oh no
BirdCultured
no no!
fight
Don't
sometimes.
apologize. You were
No,
making a
I
No.
don't. I
very
didn't want to
good
feel
point.
like I'm attacking, because that's
No.
No,
part of the problem. If
this is a
someone
very
feels attacked, that's
no.
it's
No.
part of it.
And
This is a very
no,
there's a
I'm
difference
right there
between
with you.
and
Yeah,
and
there's
and
a difference between anger and passion, and we're just
yeah.
very
yeah.
passionate about this
Exactly.
subject.
And we
It
we
just
all know we're on the same side here. I just
Right.
I
yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of
Mhm.
I there also needs to be, and maybe this is where I'll fall into like a territory that people don't want to really talk about, but like there also really needs to be something to do with internet's cancel culture.
Yeah.
And it's just come up in different things, in not necessarily my life obviously, but uh different content creators that I watch, where like someone will send the the people from girlfriend reviews
They
were
just
getting
went through it,
they
man.
they were the
Mhm.
lucky people to be like, hey, we went through this, but we were able to figure it out before it became a thing.
Mhm.
Like people don't
Yeah.
get these chances. They had someone who was sending death threats to themselves and said that it was from some association with girlfriend reviews. And
Over The Last of Us.
over The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And like these are,
Crazy.
content creators invest their entire lives into their content. Like these people that you're
Mhm.
watching right now, they spend so much. Even if Homeboy's on a break from his personal channel, he probably spends a ton of time and energy on it. And it's like there are people who just sometimes they grab something related to something else, and it is a sensational headline, and put it out there on Twitter, and the person is done. I mean, this also happened with, and then this happened with, I mean, I think it was Jenny Nicholson was associated. She's the My Little Pony YouTuber or whatever, and she was associated with someone else that was being canceled, so they canceled her as well. And like,
Hey,
uh,
I didn't hear about this. I love Jenny.
yeah, right?
I don't know.
She's such a
What
sweetheart.
happened?
No, so who's the one who does like video essays? I mean,
That's
there's
her.
no, there's someone who she's associated with who does video essays on like TV. Man,
Oh,
now I'm spacing. I know that's just such a broad thing to say. I'm trying to remember, but this lady got canceled. Someone in the comments, if you know who I'm talking about. This person got canceled for talking about Raya and the Last Dragon.
Oh, that was she used to be with not be with, but work
Yeah.
with the nostalgia dude, right?
I think she
Nostalgia
used to
Critic?
work with Nostalgia Critic, like way back in the day.
Ooh,
Why can I not remember
what
her
was her
name?
name? What was her name?
But the point
Oh,
is,
come on,
yeah,
Brian.
it'll come up. Someone will figure it out. But um, she got canceled because she wrote something that was about a race that's not her own. And there's an hour-long thing of her talking about it and you can just look that up for yourself, decide whether or not to bring your torches. But in the middle of it, she talks about like Jenny Nicholson getting canceled by association. People coming after her with the torches, and I see stuff like that, and I see stuff um, like girlfriend reviews getting canceled, and then I'm like, these from the research I've done, these people seem like they actually were not guilty of their crimes.
Lindsay Ellis?
Lindsay Ellis, there you go.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
we're not guilty. I mean, I didn't do so much research, but it's from the fact that Jenny was being canceled by association of Lindsay Ellis. That doesn't sound right to me. And then you have things like Pro Jared, where there is so much ambiguous information out there from that conflict that there is no appropriate way to figure out how to to make anything of it. But I guess my real point here is that they burnt Pro Jared at the stake immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
It's interesting because you and me, Pocket, talked about this last week.
Yeah,
when
we
were
actually
chilling.
we just hung out for
We
an
did go
hour.
into it. We did hung out for the duration of the podcast would have
Yeah.
been how long we hung out for.
Yeah.
But we talked about this, and I mentioned how since the Pro Jared incident, because if in case for anybody who doesn't remember, but I think most people knew, he was actually canceled for, I believe he was sexting with fans and stuff like that.
There
If
was
I recall, it was
allegations of underage
there was no
fans and stuff like that.
and cheating on his wife,
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. But then he came out with a statement, a blanket, the first one, which
Yeah.
was apparently people looked at it and people were just like, even me, I'm guilty of it too. I looked at it and I was just like, all right, this isn't a good look. Then he came out with a video later on saying, I have the receipts, because that was
Yeah.
the main thing he said. Had the
Yes.
receipts, and basically proved everything of that
He brought up
his wife
he
knew
brought
about
up
it
evidence.
and stuff like that.
He brought up
Yeah.
evidence for everything. I'm not saying whether he's guilty or not.
No,
but
but
the
he's
first thing,
definitely
yeah.
not guilty for the huge for the huge allegation that was being thrown at him.
There
That's what I'm saying.
there were bigger allegations that were thrown out there that did not come to fruition from people not back.
Yeah.
People did not come to bring in more evidence to actually prove those allegations further. Because he had a lot of receipts and stuff and once again, whether or not you agree on canceling Pro Jared or not, this is just his career was done in a day.
I think
He came
the
back
important thing
now, which
about
is
that
weird.
was,
Which is
I
frankly
think the
weird to me.
important thing about that was that so many after his video came out, a whole bunch of different Treesicle, for example, came out with an apology video, and there was a bunch of
I
other
didn't see
videos
that.
came out and just
Interesting.
yeah, they were just we're sorry, because like everyone else, we all thought that he was necessarily good. And again, make your own with the evidence that is thrown out there.
Yeah.
But since that situation happened, at least for me, when I look at allegations being thrown, there was one for Dan of Gang Grumps.
Yeah,
and he was
that was a recent one, yeah.
And that was debunked as well. But things like that, since that situation happened, for me, I know it's important to either wait for the evidence, because in that situation, I was just all right, it's over, it's done with, he's guilty, and I unsubbed. And then he came out with the video, and I'm just this can happen all the time. We may not hear their side of the story. Same thing with Nairo, famous Smash player, came out. He had a whole case against him for the Smash community, that whole thing.
Because
But, he came out with
there must have been bandwagoning at the time, because the Smash community at large was there were actual allegations in the Smash community.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's it's never to not take this stuff seriously. It's not to hold anyone not hold anyone accountable. It's to really, if you are going to make a claim on someone, you have to do your you have to click on the link. You know, like you have to click on the link. If you're actually willing to judge someone on one of these things, you have to take a look at it and be like, does this actually sound appropriate? Now, I don't know. I don't know if that was a big old rant or something, but what do
No,
you
you're
guys
good.
think? Bird culture,
Well,
Homeboy,
I think
yeah,
the big thing, a big thing and a big difference too,
yeah,
because I'm not someone who jumps on the bandwagon of like,
yeah, yeah,
this person is done, because I think that's wrong. But I think, if
Mhm.
somebody makes a big claim, you need to look into
you
it.
need to look
That's
into it.
what believing someone means. It's
Yeah,
not believing that, it's not like, I think a big talking point is, you know, if someone makes a claim that, believing them means that they're 100% correct and whatnot, but it means that you believe that what they're saying is like is at least has some
There's some
validity
truth
to
to it.
it, and you need
Right.
to look into it. And I think a big thing right now, and a big difference between what you guys are talking about and what like is happening at Blizzard and Activision, is that Blizzard and Activision is a corporation, and they're harboring
yes.
this kind of,
And they're harboring
community.
it, and we have a lot of
Yeah,
evidence for
and it
that, right?
keeps happening.
Yes.
And it's not the first time that, even if it's not the first time at Activision Blizzard, it keeps happening across different companies. And
Yes.
it is a problem. It happens at IGN. It happens at Ubisoft. And Ubisoft just shifted a bunch of people around to defer their blame because they
Hmm.
don't want to actually fix the problem.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
why Beyond Good and Evil 2 wasn't at E3, because that guy got pushed out, and he said, I'm going to work on a nature sanctuary.
Mm,
uh,
Little anyway, but not going into personal stuff. It just
yeah, yeah.
there's such a culture of, like, there's a boys club culture amongst all these companies, especially tech companies. Even companies that I've been at that have been like predominantly women run, and
Yeah, yeah.
it should be healthy, and they still have these problems, and you still have these people who bubble up and harbor these kind of like toxic uh like communities within the company, and it's not okay.
It's
And
not,
I
yeah.
think, yeah, and I don't think something that I think an interesting case study in this kind of stuff is the Bon Appetit. I don't even know what you would call it, but what I'm talking about, the
What is
YouTube
this
channel
one?
Think
Bon
that.
Appetit.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
remember hearing about this.
yeah, and
I don't know this one.
basically, like, it's real deep.
Oh
But you
boy.
had a lot of the people at the top who were like, who were doing racist things
Oh no.
and not paying people based on, like, who were expecting people to, produce content based on their race
Oh
and
what?
stuff like that. And then, you know, white people were being paid more than people of color, and it was a whole fiasco. But then
They
you
all
also
left.
had, yeah, and it was basically a huge walkout.
Oh
But then you also
what?
had people
Mm-hmm.
who were like
mm,
attacked for like someone found some, like, someone made a Confederate cake for their friend when they were in high school because they were moving, or like in college
Okay.
because they were moving to the South, as a joke. And then
Okay.
they like put this person on blast for that kind of stuff. And I think that a lot of it is like, when it comes down to the individual level, like, you have to ask yourself, like, when did this happen?
Right,
Is
right.
there growth? Or is this the person they are? Can they grow?
On an
And I
individual
think
level,
that,
it's there's
yeah.
there are so many factors. I
Hmm.
mean,
Hmm.
if find someone who didn't do something stupid in high school.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, I mean, I assume everybody's said something dumb, at
Oh
least
yeah.
one thing.
we also
And
need to
I
make
think,
sure.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say we also need to keep in mind times change, and back
Hmm.
And
then
that
things
yeah,
accepted before
Hmm.
aren't accepted now, and people forget that
it
whenever
is.
they're doing that.
You know
Yeah,
what's
go
you
ahead.
know
I'm
what's
sorry to interrupt you.
no, I'm like, oh sorry, I was bird culture before you,
Yeah, no, basically what I'm saying, yeah, no, and
and then
that
I'll
is
have
true.
something. Yeah.
And you have to, and like, look at like how people have grown, and if they haven't, can we help them grow? But I think the big thing that, in my opinion,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, is that when it comes down to like these $1 billion, not $1 million, like $1 billion companies, like,
Absolutely.
this is like the kind of stuff that it's unacceptable. We can't defend these companies.
No,
Like
Absolutely not.
there's like 3,000 people signed a letter, against Activision Blizzard, their employees, and
Yeah.
And
those
it's
people
still
are
going.
brave people. Yeah,
and
they're
that's
brave
the evidence
people,
I'm
and then the
asking
brave
for.
people of Ubisoft is also like joining on,
Yeah.
and they condemn it, the people who work there, and there's a ton of great people and whatnot. But at the same time, like this is bigger than like uh, whether or not like it's not the good and bad. It's like this corporation is harboring these horrible
Yeah.
things, and we
Right.
need to push hard,
And what
because these companies will
Yeah.
not they will not make change unless we make them make change. And it's not just this topic, there's a lot of other topics too. I mean, it goes down to race, it goes down to sex, it's
Everything.
We need to
Any
be
kind of
better, though.
differentiator.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think the biggest phrase that I keep coming back to, and I've heard a lot of people say, is like, we need to be better, all of us.
Yeah.
We just need to be better.
Yeah, and like you're talking about the proof that I was asking for, right? And just to, and we'll get off this topic soon, don't you guys worry. But the one last thing, when like KK was talking about how times change, I mean, think about how Entourage was a show. I was watching that. I was watching that like I think it was like a couple months ago, and I was like, this would be
How did
canceled.
these people get away with this?
Immediately. Like, and it's weird that Entourage is the show I had to figure out. Like, what other show would be canceled? Because like other shows, when they talk about like when they have women on the show or they do something, there's typically a comedic element to it. There's typically like some sort of satirical. If it's a comedy show and they're making a joke, there's something. That joke is also commentary. With Entourage, like there's Anywho, I don't know. I don't know if there's any.
Yeah.
It was just like it was very interesting that was the show that had it the most out of any of the shows that like I was rewatching.
Right.
Yeah. I guess I just want to also like just clarify back when we were talking about like cancel culture.
Yeah.
I was more so I assumed that we were talking about Blizzard, and then we shifted over to topics just more about cancel culture, but I was not correlating the two. I was just talking more so of cancel culture. The reason why I brought the Pro thing is because now I view it as in like I wait until both sides speak and then look at the evidence and see what it is. Blizzard is different because that's a corporation, like you said. And I was just talking about cancel culture by itself in terms of the internet, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Right, in general.
Yeah,
I just want to clarify that right now for everybody.
No, absolutely. And
I thought we just changed topics. If we were
No,
still talking about Blizzard, you're right.
we went on a couple topics there because like I'm saying that I just asked for, that was my personal thing. That was like I was asking for evidence because if there are other companies involved, like they need to be held accountable, and maybe we shouldn't be giving companies the benefit of the doubt, but there are still people who work there, and we need to take into account that these people who work here there are going to be affected by what happens, and if it's something that's true, they need to be affected by what happens. Like that's just what happens, right? But
they had a walkout this last week, so
yeah, exactly.
It's definitely affecting them. Like supposedly, I've heard a lot of stuff. There's not a lot of work going on now on all fronts.
Good. And what does that do? What does that do in the end? Affects the bottom line.
Damn right.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now they want to listen.
Sorry. So we should probably move on to another subject, just because if not, we're gonna lose time for it. There's a game someone wanted to talk about, and BirdCultured, you also wrote something in the chat. I just want to make sure that we have time for everything. I don't mind talking about everything for forever, but
we're not going to solve everything. Let's be real.
We just solved it. We solved the Blizzard thing.
We're good to go.
I mean,
we're good to go.
I think like the healthiest thing, like just if like one more thing for me. I've been really loudmouth on it all. I'm sorry.
No. You're fine.
I think a big thing about it too is like the healthiest thing, especially for like a bunch of men, is that we're talking about it and we recognize it's a problem, and if we're talking about
exactly
it, other people are talking, and especially like because we're broadcasting.
Yeah.
other people are hearing this. This
Yeah.
is healthy. We need to keep
Yeah.
talking and keep it. It's not a flash in the pan.
No, and
No.
by
Keep talking
and
about
we were
it.
going
and
to
defend
have
your coworkers.
we were going to have Gabby
Like-
Diggs on the show tonight. By the way,
Yeah.
they couldn't make it. So there was going to
Yeah.
be female representation.
Yeah, definitely listen to your coworkers and like stand by your friends. These people are the people you're spending every day with, and like
Yeah.
if they're having a problem.
Okay.
So
it's not a witch hunt. It just make
Yeah.
sure that they're being heard.
yeah,
Exactly.
amen. So, BirdCultured, did you want to talk about Abandon?
Oh yeah, abandoned.
Yeah, I was like, I know
Have
you
you
guys
Boy.
want to
heard
get on
about-
this.
have you
Here
guys
we
heard
go.
anything?
Here we go.
Another conspiracy theorist. Another.
Oh, his
Go
eyes are
ahead.
gonna light up.
Here we go.
Heard about
Oh,
abandoned.
boom.
No, have you heard this? The Blue Box Game Studios. So like basically they announced a game, and basically the internet took it to be Silent Hill, and that Hideo Kojima was attached to it, and they kept teasing it. They kept like throwing at us,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "We're gonna put it out in an app." I don't know who puts out an app to advertise, but whatever.
Yeah.
And like they kept building it up without explicitly saying, like they would say, no, it's not Hideo Kojima, but maybe it's what you're expecting.
Nothing
Like,
from
okay,
Konami,
okay.
giant Konami, ever leaked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it went away because like they delayed the announcement to August. But then
Oh no.
this past week they had I guess it was an
Oopsie-doopsie.
image, right? And it was like a blurred image.
It was a blurred
Am I
image.
gonna have to
Trying
hurt your
find it
feelings?
for us.
Am I gonna have to hurt your feelings? It's not Big Boss. It's
Oh,
not.
definitely not. I don't think it is. But I just like it's like these people who keep like pounding.
it's this one, right?
It's gonna be Kojima.
Solid
We
as
just know
snake.
It's definitely not gonna be Kojima. But it's
where
like
it looks like
it's
his
like
eye patch.
blurred image, and it's like it has the eye patch, and it's just like, is it him? Is it Big Boss?
Is it?
And
Is it?
they keep pounding it. They keep like it was initially.
Well, then it's not Silent Hills.
Well, I mean, Kojima was working on Silent Hills.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
but
thing.
it's a different game. Yeah.
I guess maybe.
It's-
I don't know. I mean,
oh,
like
it's
it's
Silent Hill
eerily similar
abandoned.
to like what was the lead up to 5? Metal Gear Solid 5.
Before
Ground
they-
Zeroes.
Yeah, Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes, where it was like there was mystery behind that, and it's like a Kojima thing to do, this kind of thing. So that's why everyone's like, I don't think it is. Like,
It could
putting
be a
that on the
surname.
table. I am not believing that it's this, but I can see why people are being pulled in, and then they keep pushing people away, and then pull them right back in.
Yeah, someone says it's a stock image.
Mm.
I think someone said
Yeah.
it's this stock
In the-
image.
In the article, it said in the article, at least that was in
They-
the that
they
I read.
theorized
in the chat,
that it's this stock
it said
image.
it was a stock image.
But they theorize,
awesome.
right? There's no way to
Or,
really confirm.
No, yeah, theorized. It was just like, it's definitely not Big Boss.
Boy, the way whatever this is gonna be is gonna flop when everybody finds out it's
Yeah,
not
it's not-
actually
yeah,
a Kojima
there's no
thing.
way.
Is
Everyone's
just.
gonna be let down.
Whew.
Yeah.
I hope they're ready for it.
That's
Yeah.
not bad. It might be good.
Like,
well,
Yeah.
It may be, but everybody's gonna always associate it as, oh man, this
I
is the game
know.
where they.
I don't know if they put something
Debated.
out. If they put something out, it's good.
Where's Big
Right.
Boss? You lied
Like-
to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if it's good. I feel like maybe it'll still get some traction. It'll get more traction than it was gonna get. Because still gonna get
Yeah.
some. So if it's
Hey, who knows?
actually
If they-
good, but that's a bigger
they were
feat.
smart-
it is.
That's a
If they
bigger
were
feat.
smart or ready to, if they were smart or they were ready to, I would, if I were on their marketing team and we had like a good build of the game or
Yeah.
at all,
Yeah.
pre-orders now.
Yeah.
Have pre-orders
They messed
open
it up in
right
that
now.
regard.
No
Have
canceling.
everyone,
No
have,
canceling.
have everybody
This ain't
buy the
Cyberpunk.
game.
It's
Have
way
everybody
away.
buy the game day before the game release a trailer saying, "Hey, this is actually a stock image," and then what are they gonna do? They
Yeah,
can't
like-
cancel it. It's pre-ordered.
Like
Shipped to your
Yeah.
house.
they put it
You
out.
gotta do it. You
Yeah.
gotta do it with a Metal Gear tagline though. You gotta be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
sorry to keep you waiting. Why don't you go ahead and pre-order now?
Have like just like have the box
Right.
at the end of the trailer.
Well, it's like everybody's it's a kind of like it's conspiracy theory. Like you know,
Yeah.
people see Phil Spencer deliver a message, and then he'll have like a switch on his like
Yeah.
Right.
behind him, and like, oh my gosh, that means game
And then
Pass
feels
the
like,
Switch.
no, dude, that's just my shelf.
Yeah,
It's
he
just
came
my
out-
shelf.
He came out kind of funny. It was just like, yeah, that's my shelf, and like the
That's stuff
Nintendo
people
gift they
give me.
gave me that. Yeah, I love it though.
People saw
It's
that.
the
It's just like
kinda
Master
wholesome
Chief to
stuff,
Smash,
yeah.
baby.
Sir, I run the gaming division of $1 trillion company. I don't have time to make cryptic hints on my shelf.
It's like, listen, I'm not advertising for Nintendo.
I-
That
I-
happened. When that happened, Master Chief was like trending on Twitter, and everybody was like,
Oh my
"Master
God.
Chief's coming to Smash, baby!" And I was like, "Sure."
Okay.
It could happen. But
Oh,
no.
it could happen.
It could,
It could
definitely
happen. Yeah,
me
but
wants Sora though. But
I don't know.
yeah,
All I know
Sora.
that's the only one. That's the only one that's gonna make me like really pop off. Crash would be nice.
I bet you
but-
that could be real. That could be realist. Although
Probably,
if
yeah.
it's
Okay,
another
okay.
if it's another oh shoot, what's the
Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem character, people are gonna lose their mind.
Oh my
It just
God.
brand new
can't be.
game,
It
Fire
just can't be.
Everybody's gonna stand up at the same time. That's
Yeah.
enough. Sakurai, that's enough.
There
I
will
threw my Switch away.
To be fair, Sakurai didn't choose this. Nintendo did.
Fair point.
That's true.
There would be.
But they made him
They'll
do it.
blame Sakurai.
Yeah,
I
because
would never blame Sakurai.
But they
for
chose
Everyone
Minecraft
blamed-
Steve,
well.
right? I
Okay,
think that-
Minecraft
no,
Steve
Oh,
broke
so, yeah.
Twitter, so that's funny.
But that's actually a valid pick because
Yes,
Minecraft is one of the
100%.
biggest games in history. So
Yeah, I think it's the
It's the
biggest. in a
best-selling
way.
game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard to say
Like-
because like Tetris and Tetris was.
All I
people
know
will be
is that
talking
it
about
just made-
Minecraft the way we talk about Tetris decades from now.
Exactly. It just,
So-
it just
Grand Theft
made
Auto.
when that character came out, it just made sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just made sense.
it just.
I
makes
wasn't
sense.
mad about it. I was like,
Sure.
neat.
But like down the line, it's gonna be Fortnite. Like it's gonna be Fortnite
No.
or something. Like say what you
No,
will, it's gonna happen, and like no one's
Mm-mm.
gonna be happy.
It's gonna
No
at
one-
least
no
be a
one's
Fortnite
I'm
assist
going-
trophy. I know it's
I'm
gonna be at
going-
least an
yeah.
assist trophy.
No, it's got to be a costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Like,
I'd be okay with a costume. I'd be okay with a costume.
Costume would be cool.
yeah, costume would happen.
I'd be okay with that.
I just feel like it'll. How isn't something like League of Legends or Fortnite propagated through yet? I mean, League of Legends has been there for a while. Fortnite is more modern.
Are you talking
more
about Pokemon
Because this
Unite?
game
Why are you
ain't for
saying it like that?
dorks. That's why.
League of Legends has a like I quit it because it's addicting and toxic, but it has like rich gameplay with surprising amount of depth and backstory and stuff like that to each individual character. They put out great cinematics, great music. Like it does have a lot of quality to it. Like I will have to say, I will have to give it credit.
Yeah,
there.
Good
that's
games.
that's a weird way
like-
to say Pokemon Unite, but okay, go off.
I
It's
know,
fine.
right? I know, right? Oh God, Tencent owns both, I believe.
You know
Pokemon
what?
Unite
I
and-
was also behind the
Yeah.
idea of an Overwatch character too.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's true,
Initially,
that would make sense. If Tracer made it in, I'd be like, hey, that makes sense.
Tracer. Yeah, that would
I
definitely
feel
be
like
interesting.
Tracer, but like if it was anybody else but Tracer, I'd be like, oh, neat. But Tracer's on the box.
Winston, I'm a Winston. I love Winston.
yeah, but
He's like
Tracer's
one
the
of
mascot.
That's
Tracer's on the box. Also, female
very
representative.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracer would
Very,
be
very
great.
true.
Tracer would be great.
It's
Yeah.
somebody.
We're going to have to start sending start ending to some degree. I can't even talk anymore. Start
is the
start
end.
ending. Start saying our final conclusive thoughts. So, because yeah, we don't have much time, but we'll get people on again if they don't hate us enough too much. In weeks ahead. Man, as I said, I can't even talk. These three people you should be following right now. If you haven't, go ahead, head over to twitch.tv/BirdCultured/Holmboi and so /Kkrider. We're gonna give them a bit of time right now to just tell you guys about their channel one more time. Starting with, I don't know, let's go with BirdCultured. The one that was going to bite my head off.
Run it back.
No.
No.
If you're not tired of listening to me yet, no, yeah, we're
We're buddies.
we are.
We
I love
are. We
coming on
really
here.
are, guys. Don't worry about it.
No, absolutely. I think it's the healthiest thing in the world to have discussion.
Yeah.
Yes. To not
Buddies
have the
can
same
talk and
viewpoint.
fight.
Yeah.
Buddies can
Yeah.
argue. Okay.
And
Yeah.
we both and like I think the thing is like listen to each other and be cool to each other. I think that's
Yeah.
like regardless, be cool to each other.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, our BirdCultured channel based off of the band BirdCultured or BirdCulture, not BirdCultured. BirdCulture was taken, so we had to add the D onto it. But yeah, so and Electric Stove's my solo stuff, but yeah, and
Give it a listen, guys.
I always love hanging out here. I love talking
It's a great
with you
time.
and sometimes I get passionate, but
And that's
most of the time I just like hanging out with y'all.
And you know what?
Good,
Passion
that means
is so
you
important.
care.
Yeah, exactly. Passion
Mhm.
is so important. I think that it makes for better
Mhm.
content overall. You know, so awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, check out BirdCultured. Check out all the music. Yeah, I'm excited for that new electric stove stuff. And
Thanks,
let's let Homeboy. Any conclusive thoughts?
Yeah, just be better to not just your women coworkers, but to people in general. I think that's the big takeaway here. I hope the conditions not only at Activision but wherever problems like this are happening vastly improve. And Playdate rules, and you should get into it. And
It's $180
you can catch
investment.
me. You can catch me like Pocket said at twitch.tv/homeboy. You can also catch me with the Super Gamer Boys. Every week we do a show, and every month we do a book club. So that's normally where you can find me.
KK,
Nice
you're
to meet you.
up.
Yeah, like everyone said, it's really sad to see Dr. Mario go in peace. We saw Mario die twice, and we haven't heard from him since. So it's truly a bad time.
They had Dr.
but on the
Bowser in
Double
that game.
KO.
double KO. They had to. They killed Mario, so they're just like he can't work either. Get him out of here. But on the serious though, it is important to have this conversation. I'm glad to have this conversation with all of you. It was really fun. It was really awesome to hear everybody's different perspectives. And again, just be good to each other. And if you see it, speak out. And
Yeah.
if you may not know it, be sure to get educated. Make sure you educate yourself and help out. But in that case, yeah, you can follow me at twitch.tv/Kkrider276. I would be just KKRider, but the person who has it won't come back to me, so it's 276 for now. But yeah, if you ever want to come by one of my streams and talk about Barbo all day, every day, I got you.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna be able to summarize this better than everyone here already just did. So, just take whatever someone in post take whatever they said and just post it from my mouth right now if you guys don't mind. No, but you guys are right. We went through some
Deepfake.
very tough. Yeah, deep fake it. We went through some very tough topics, and I think that people here, respectfully, we were able to have a forum for it. I think it's really cool. And I guess so. I want to thank everyone who's watching and everyone who's here. Just thank you so much, because this is the first time we've done this on YouTube, like streamed directly to YouTube. We do put the VODs on there.
So shiny here.
It's so shiny. I know, right? Isn't it? The panels are new.
Whoa.
Is that a chandelier?
Yeah.
It is weird.
And I'll tell you, like, typically we end by rating someone, which is a Twitch tradition. I don't know if they have that on YouTube. I'm not a YouTube streamer, so
I do not believe they do.
why would they not have that? Yeah.
Usually what happens is from the channels I watch that stream
Yeah.
on YouTube, they also stream on Twitch. And
Yeah.
then on Twitch, they're like, all right, let's raid.
my
Everybody on
God.
YouTube, go to Twitch. And then we raid. But on YouTube, I
Ooh.
don't believe that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Never seen it happen.
Exactly. So in that case, I mean, I want to thank everyone who's here. And guys, apparently it takes 100 followers on 100 subscribers on YouTube. It's not paid on YouTube. 100 subscribers for me to get my actual username on YouTube. So if you feel free to subscribe,
URL.
You'll clear that easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
It'll
money.
get there soon.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, like, it is an honor to have each and every one of you guys. Well, sorry, yeah, I mean, there's 3 of you, but still, each and every one of you guys bring such a unique perspective. Are such great people. So thank you so much for coming on. Instead of rating someone, we'll just end. Anyone want a last word? Final words?
Sword for smash! Sword for smash!
Sword for smash!
Sword for smash!
My last words were like, they didn't give
number 1 in the world, baby. It's gonna
yes,
happen.
yes.
I'm telling you, number 1 in the world.
They didn't
It's gonna
give
happen.
final words to Dr.
ready.
Mario. I'm telling you. All right.
Bye.
All right. It says stream finished.
you.
Now, I mean,